Gold gurus Freddy Dodge and Juan Ibarra want to turn the Dickinson family mine into a viable moneymaker. They start by weighing up how much gold they've found from a one-day test.
Let's weigh it up. 0.16 ounces. Not that great, huh?
No, it's not.
That's what a kick in the teeth looks like, though.
Yeah.
Gold at $1,900 per ounce. This half-a-day run gives the Dickinsons just over $300.
We certainly can't afford to operate off of this much longer. This isn't going to cut it.
Yeah, it covers the diesel and the water, but we couldn't even get a whole day test in, really, which is common for us because we silted up. We just couldn't keep running.
One of our goals is to get your plant running longer hours.
Yeah.
Absolutely, that'd be fantastic.
That's our goal.
Yeah, we're looking forward to that. Thank you guys so much.
Right, Juan?
Yep.
Let's get him some more gold.
So that's not enough. He's got a family to raise. You can't do that with 0.16. I'm hoping that in the next cleanup, that 0.16 is doubled or tripled, because that's where they need to be.
Freddy and Juan have until the end of the week to overhaul the struggling mine.
How attached are you to that lawnmower?
Well, it's our trademark, but it's been a bit of a love-hate relationship.
We're gonna do a different drive system for you completely. You won't have any downtime because of broken rollers. It's gonna be more efficient. It's you won't have to get up on the ladder to start it or anything. It'll be down here. It'll be easier.
Yeah, because that's dangerous. Juan's gonna make a longer key for you. So you
Okay,
can shut it
yeah.
off.
We're gonna put the switch down here for you.
Yeah.
Down here. That's our big fix.
Yeah. Yeah.
Boom in.
That's the end of that, right? Yeah, that looks different without that lawnmower on top.
Oh, yeah. Looks better. I like it.
It looks kind of professional.
It does.
This was a little bit hillbilly-ish.
We call that Southern engineering.
Next, Freddy and Juan crane off the 1,200-pound trommel barrel.
The trommel barrel is like the heart of the wash plant, so it's a bit like open heart surgery, but luckily we've got some of the best surgeons in the country here.
There it is.
That's it. It looks like a skeleton over there.
This is the machine that literally gets us the gold that we need, and to see it come apart is very scary.
The clock's ticking right now, and I'm just hoping that we have enough time to get everything done.
To help the Dickinson silt problem, master fabricator Juan Ibarra turns to his mobile plasma cutter.
Like a printer, you get a sheet of steel on it, and you can cut whatever design or any kind of piece that you want in 2D out of a piece of steel. You can get everything programmed in, get it all cut out, and Fred and I can put it together.
The sluice extension should help control the Dickinson silt problem.
If we can cut down the silt, that means more run time. If they can run longer, that means more gold. So ultimately, this fix is going to get them more gold.
Every day, the Dickinsons have to shut down and clean out the silt, costing them up to 5 hours of runtime and a lot of gold. But Freddy has come up with a simple fix that should keep them running for a full day.
Pretty cool.
It is cool.
Here's our chute extension. So it's gonna get your tailings and your silt farther away from your drainage ditch that goes back to your recirculating ponds. So take that end around that direction. You got it, Melinda? Okay. Okay, now we'll tuck it up underneath. Okay, come up a little. Oh, right there. There we go. See how I narrowed it at the end?
Yeah.
To bring the velocities up on it so it pushes that water farther away from the plant.
The old system allowed silty water to circulate all the way through to the feed pond, so it was still dirty when it was pumped back into the plant. Freddy's 8-foot extension chute pushes water further into the tailings pond, allowing more time for silt to drop out before it can enter the recirculation channel. He's also added a pair of tarpaulin dams, which force any remaining silt to settle before it reaches the pump.
Last bucket.
All right, Josh, that's the last bucket, buddy. Nice job.
It's the end of the second test. Instead of running for just 5 hours, Freddy's fixes have allowed the Dickinsons a full 10-hour run.
Man, that's a good feeling.
Now let's hope there's enough gold in the box. We can do a lot of things, but we can't make gold.
Right?
The Dickinsons can now run for twice as long, but have the modifications doubled their gold count.
Look at that sucker.
Oh.
There's your nice
nugget.
Yeah. Look at that right there.
Holy, come on.
That's nice.
This is the biggest gold nugget that we've seen as a family. And the fact that this gold nugget's coming out of our mining operation is just awesome.
I'm just gonna quick pan it. Maybe there.
Oh, yeah. That's what I'm talking about.
Oh, yeah.
That's a lot of fine gold.
I'd rather find the fine gold. That proves that your recoveries are working really well when you have that super fine gold.
Yeah,
Anybody can catch a nugget.
I'm anxious to get this weighed up. It's been more than once that I've gone to her, my wife, and said, hey, it looks like a really good run, and then we weigh it up, and it was average or maybe a little bit good, but not quite as exciting as I thought. So, you know, I really want to do better for her. And for my kids. You know, I want to make this thing viable.
On your first run, your water was so silty and mudded up, you had to shut down at a half a day.
Yeah, that's all we could get, half a day run.
During the test run, the Dickinsons recovered just 0.16 ounces.
What will it be?
There's
0.8.
0.7.
Yep, we just went past 0.77.
Wow.
1.13.
Woo!
That's huge.
1.13 ounces in a day, guys.
That was awesome.
That's the best run ever.
That's incredible.
That's awesome.
Worth over $2,000. Freddy and Juan's fixes have doubled the Dickinsons' run time and increased their gold by more than 7 times.
Increased our run time, increased our production.
Yeah, and that's a lot of gold for one day.
Yeah, and reliability.
That's 10,000 million.
Yeah, it's gold miner math.
Yeah, that is.
Over a 12-month season, Freddy's fixes could net the family $500,000 in gold.
There's lots of gold in this country. The old timers hit it pretty hard. You know, they found lots of large nuggets, but there's still a lot of fine gold as well because they didn't have water to run. And that's what Fred and Melinda are gonna be mining. Let's go help these guys out.
Hey, guys. Welcome. This is Brian, and this is my oldest son, Joshua. My wife, Melinda.
Hi, Melinda.
My daughter, Faith. My daughter, Aria. And this
Hi, Aria.
is little Richie.
Hi, Richie.
Ouch!
So what are your days like out here?
Hot. It's real hot.
So the rattlesnakes love it. The scorpions love it. Hopefully they don't pay us a visit.
How long have you been mining here?
It goes way back to almost 6 years with a pick and shovel and a little sluice.
It's certainly been an evolution, what he's built in terms of, trommels with using PVC pipe to, now what we have.
We've been mining with equipment for just about the last 7 months.
Well, you're a bit above hobby stage now.
Yeah. With COVID-19, I've lost my job. And so we don't have any income coming in from my side.
That made us realize how fragile our situation was.
I mean, we've done everything we know how to do. So we really need your help. Because right now, my hobby has to feed my family. I have to make this work. Mining started for us right here.
This is Ari and Brian. They're running material. And there's Richie. He's providing moral support.
Our first wash plant had a PVC frame, 2 5-gallon buckets with a screen wrapped around it.
Hey, guys, are we going to find some gold?
Yeah!
All right.
Hopefully.
Hopefully.
Our hobby mine has turned into something that we absolutely need now because, our income situation has changed quite a bit.
We've gotten to the point where it's a do or die, honestly. It's hard for me to talk about this because, this COVID, everything has turned my world upside down, turned our world upside down. Everything is on the line if this doesn't work out. This is our future.
How much gold have you gotten out of the ground here?
Since we brought Seymour in, just about a half an ounce a week.
Worth less than $1,000 for a week's work.
Covers the bills and buys McDonald's, and that's not enough.
So who's Seymour?
Seymour's the wash plant.
Oh.
The kids named it Seymour because we see more gold. So.
Well, what do you want to get out of this?
I want to be able to just support my family and run this till it's all gone.
That's awesome, man.
Well, let's do a day's run, whatever your day's run normally is.
Okay.
And we'll pull the mats and see how much gold's in them. But while you're running, we're gonna watch it run and we'll decide on a few things we might be able to modify.
That's awesome. Thank you, guys.
Well, let's fire up and see what Seymour can do.
All right, let's fire it up, Ryan.
To figure out what's wrong with their operation, Freddy wants to see it run for a full day and weigh out the gold. Once he's diagnosed the problems, he works with Juan to make the fixes. At the end of the week, they'll run a second test to see if they've increased the Dickinson's gold production.
Well, that's pretty cool. Lawnmower power lawn.
That's it.
Use what you got.
It's a great idea, honestly.
It is.
It's become our trademark.
What'd you pay for Seymour?
We gave $10,000 for it.
It was worth that.
Yeah, we hadn't paid it off yet, but we're working on it.
The Dickinsons work a 120-acre claim with a mix of fine gold and small flakes. 17-year-old Joshua loads pay dirt into the hopper, which feeds into an 8-foot-long trommel. A beat-up 420cc lawnmower spins the trommel, while jets of water blast the material, forcing gold particles into a 14-foot sluice box, where they are trapped. Dirty water collects in the tailings pond and recirculates before it's pumped back into the plant.
It died. Kill the water. I've got to turn this off. Crap. We lost another wheel.
We have to tighten that lawnmower down really, really tight onto the barrel to get it to turn. But unfortunately, it crushes the wheels on the bottom.
Yeah, it's junk.
Yeah. We're gonna have to take this apart, replace this wheel if we're gonna keep running today.
Fred has a spare wheel, but it's a smaller diameter.
It's gonna make everything goofy here, though.
Yeah.
It may shove your hopper on the other side into this. I wouldn't run it long term. You know, it's good for a few hours.
It'll get me by for the rest of the day. Melinda doesn't like it when we're shut down because we're not getting gold, and that's never a good thing. So we won't tell her about this.
All right, I think she's ready. Fire her up, buddy. All right. All right.
Look at the discharge on your plant, Fred.
We do lose quite a bit of water.
Oh. Yeah, we're losing a ton of water out of that back end.
Yeah, driven on the ground there.
How much
Probably
do you
a
think we're
gallon
losing
a minute. Juan, you got your watch? Count for me.
How long you want?
30 seconds.
That's a lot of water.
It's a lot of material.
And there's gold in the pan, too.
That's unbelievable. I never would have imagined that gold could even come out there. My ponds are running really low.
Your water's super silty. It's carrying lots and lots of silt there.
Look at all the silt getting into the pump pond.
Our entire system is a giant recirculation system. After we've run for a while, we start to see the silt build up. When it gets bad enough, we don't have enough water volume to continue to run, and we have to scoop this silt out.
Every time we scoop that out, of course, we take a ton of water with us.
There's no water source in the desert, so the Dickinsons have to recycle what they have. But as muddy water makes its way through the recirculation ponds, the silt doesn't settle and clogs the pump feeding water back to the plant.
Probably one of the largest problems that we deal with. Our wash plant is capable of running 30 yards a day. But because we spend a great deal of time dealing with this muck, we really only run right now about 10 yards a day.
Because of their water issues, the Dickinsons spend more time digging out silt than mining for gold.
Where are you getting your water from?
We actually have to truck our water in with a water truck to keep the ponds full.
Okay. Well, this is your most precious thing besides the gold right here. Without this water, you don't get any precious gold.
Absolutely.
But we'll try to figure out some ways to help you out on that.
That would be a game changer.
Just 5 hours into the one-day test, the Dickinsons are forced to pull the plug. A 10% improvement in the sluice box isn't nearly enough to save Peter from going broke. So Freddy and Juan investigate to see where else the plant could be failing.
Let's go look at those screens.
Freddy starts at Peter's high-tech shaker deck.
Bono! He's got 30 mesh screens in there, which is a mistake. Let's see how much stuff's not going through the screens and just going right out with the tailings.
Absolutely.
If it's falling through, there's gonna be gold falling off too.
30 mesh means the screens have 30 holes per inch, a lot finer than normal.
There may be a possibility that they're screening too fine. So by looking at the tailings, we're going to be able to determine that.
Fill that one up, we'll screen it into this one, I want.
There we go.
To see if the tailings from the screens contain gold, Freddy tests a pan of the discarded dirt at the end of the shaker deck.
You got 30 mesh screens in there, right?
I do.
Okay, we just took this pan right off your tailings pile over there. All your gold's minus 30, right?
That's correct.
There's probably 50 colors in there.
Yeah.
Holy cow. Right now, most of your gold is back out in the tailings pile. You've blinded your screen off to a point where you're kicking more of your pay off than it's going to your sluices and to your bowl.
A shaker deck washes the rocks and separates out gold and fine material that pass through mesh screens and on towards the sluices. Peter's screens are so fine, they're clogging with gravel, so the gold is washing away with the rocks into the waste pile.
You never had a chance to catch your gold, whether it be in the bowl, the sluice, whatever.
You're losing a lot, Peter.
Well, this is not good news.
That's the best news you could have heard this morning after the cleanup. If it wasn't for it all going off the end, you'd had 3 times as much gold possibly yesterday, right?
You need to go to a bigger screen.
Ay, ay, ay.
Right? We're only here 2 more days,
So,
so we need it today.
Switching to screens with bigger holes will allow the superfine gold through to be caught in the sluices. But sourcing them at such short notice is a big ask.
Eric, this is Freddie Dodge. How are you today? Good, yeah. Do you carry any 12 mesh screens?
No, I don't.
8 mesh?
Maybe.
Okay. I need 2 6-footers. And is there any way you could make them today if we sent somebody that way?
Okay, I gotta make sure I got that, Freddie. Give me a call, man.
We're in a bind here, Eric. We've only got 2 more days here to help this guy.
Give me some time, Freddie. We'll see if we can get him done for you.
Thank you.
Okay.
Thanks, Eric. Bye. I know people.
I know, I was gonna say that, I'm impressed.
Well, I'm sorry you've had some bad advice over the years, Peter. It's cost you a lot of money. A lot of money and a lot of time.
It's been a long road. How can you screen to 30 mesh, or you just don't do it?
You don't do it. Right now, you're not getting half your gold to your sluice boxes or your blue bowl.
Well, hopefully we can get these screens in time. We don't even know if he has the right screens. So he may not be able to make it for us today.
If not, we won't be able to fix it while we're here.
Okay. Well, as soon as you know, let me know.
Freddy's home state supplier has come through with a custom set of bigger 8 mesh screens in just 15 hours.
How's it going, Fred?
Doing all right, how are you? Thanks for getting them, man.
I tried my best to hurry.
These guys are in a hornet's nest out here, Cameron.
Let's get these in there, huh?
Well, Cameron, I'd love to hang around all day, but we got to go get these in, man.
Sounds good.
See you later, bud. If you're mining, you got to get done.
So tight. Back at the mine, Lance has to rip out the fine mesh screens that have been losing them gold.
Right now, we're trying to unlodge it from the bracket that's holding it up top. I got all kinds of in the way, and I've got no room to deal with it, so it may not come out. Under it?
From under it there?
I'll deal with it.
Here it comes. Get out of the way. Stick that camera up your ass and get in here and help.
We got to get those screens, and man, we're running out of time. You ready to put some screens in, Peter?
Freddy, that was quick. I can't believe how quick you got these screens. It's not what you know, it's who you know.
Or both. We got to get the different screens in there, or we may as well not fire this plant back up. Got it.
Oh, nice.
All right, we got her.
See how plugged up it is? He knocked a bunch of it out.
Oh, yeah.
It's a wonder any gold at all made it to the recovery system. See all the gray looking area? That's all rocks. It's plugged right solid. It's probably well over $1,000 a screen. Peter spent a lot of money in a lot of the wrong places. Maybe if we get him where he realizes that simple is good, maybe these guys will get ahead.
Lance and Freddy run the gold concentrate across the new finishing table.
It looks pretty good for a short run.
I'm feeling apprehensive, nervous.
Now, if this adds up to what we're hoping it will be, we'll be killing it.
So what are you guys hoping to see? Double?
At least.
Last cleanup, Peter got a total of 0.27 ounces, worth $500. Only half of what he needs just to break even.
So here's the bowl.
0.4, 48, 49,
0.5,
51, 52, 53, 57, 58, 59, 6.
0.60.
Worth around $1,000. Peter's already above his break-even point.
That's in the bowl, right?
That's just the bowl.
That's a big improvement.
Wow.
You guys remember how much gold was in the sluices last time?
Not much, 0.06.
0.06.
3.
Well, we're at 0.23 right now.
43, 44, 45, 47, 48, 6, 7,
0.7, 0.8.
82, 83, 0.84.
0.84 ounces.
0.84.
In the sluices. That's better. What do you think, guys?
A combined total of 1.44 ounces, worth close to $3,000.
Well, that's a hell of a lot better gold than that first test.
From a quarter of an ounce to nearly an ounce and a half.
Hey, Freddy. How you doing?
Guys?
Welcome.
Thank you.
Dave?
Hey.
Dave, and what's your name?
Carrie.
Carrie, nice to meet you, Carrie.
Hey, guys. That's Wilder.
Nice
How's it going, Wilder?
Wilder, how you doing?
Ryder.
Hello, Ryder.
Nice
Jagger.
Ryder. Jagger.
Jagger. How you guys doing?
I'm doing pretty good. How about you?
Good, thanks. So was this plant here when you got here?
Yes, the plant was part of the previous mine operations. People have tried and failed, so I don't think it's configured correctly. But it was here, and then this is where it's been sitting for the best we can tell, about 15 to 30 years even, right in this one spot.
Right.
Now you boys have been running it, right?
Yes, sir.
What kind of problems are you guys having with it right now?
So we're getting too big of rocks going down the sluice boxes, and that's screwing up the screw, screwing up the bowl.
Yeah.
So that's a big problem.
Okay. Is the bowl catching any gold?
All we found is one tiny piece.
So you're seeing some gold then?
Only 0.25 per 100.
Okay.
That's all we're getting out here so far.
Quarter of an ounce, 100 yards then.
Yeah, not very good. Not very good at all.
Yeah, that's pretty weak. How much have you guys got invested in this mine so far?
In this operation, we're at about 35,000. Yeah.
Okay.
Everything, moving
Everything,
cost,
yeah.
everything else, huh?
Yeah.
Wow.
So we're here 1 week with you guys. So whatever we can do in a week to help you out, we'll do it.
That's a good deal.
Well, let's fire the plant up and look at it.
Let's do it. Let's fire it up, Wiley. Okay. I'd say I've been a gold miner for about 4 weeks, but we've been looking at mines for about 4 years, trying to find the right one, and I think there's a lot of ground to be proven out here. And we need to figure out what type of gold it is out here a little bit better so we can catch it better.
After a 4-year search, the Follets found a 200-acre claim, rich in mining history. It also came with a 50-year-old beat-up rusty trommel.
We fired up the plant. We're gonna run our first test for the day, see what we get, and see how Freddy can help us.
Over the years, the Follets plant has been modified by previous owners. A hopper feeder drops pay dirt into a 22-foot rotating trommel. The gold-bearing material runs down a pair of sluices and through a centrifugal bowl.
Pretty dirty, on one.
That's not very clean at all, Fred.
No.
First, Freddy and Juan check the coarse tailings at the end of the trommel.
See how dirty that is? There could be gold in it, so all this material, we want going down that fine gold sluice, right?
Yes, sir.
Right now, it's not.
23-year-old Jagger has spent the last 3 years working in his dad's construction company, building underground sewers. With gold prices at an all-time high, he convinced his dad to invest $35,000 in the claim and plant.
We've invested quite a bit of money, but the education that they're getting, you can't learn that in college.
It's the responsibility of a lifetime. I mean, if we don't pull it off out here, we can play out here for half a year and run out of money, and then what? We got to go back to crawling in the sewer. But what does that do for my brothers? We don't get to spend as much time together. We don't get to learn and progress together. Yeah, if Freddy can help us get gold and we can make money out here, I think I got a career and a path set for the rest of life.
For years, Jagger and his younger brothers have been digging up their backyard, playing at being gold miners.
We started panning and digging in our stream in the backyard. And then we started getting interested in gold mining.
When I was a kid, I'd pan gold. My brother Rocky and myself started panning gold when I was like 9. We built our first gold wheel out of an old 55-gallon drum bottom and some gasket material when I was probably 17. We just did everything ourselves, and we still work together. We work together well.
Freddy continues his diagnosis by checking the sluices.
These riffles, Juan, they take up half the sluice box.
I'm feeling that. Feel how thin that moss is, Fred, right here, where my hand is?
Yeah.
This is old. Been out in the sun. I'm sure they don't have any carpet underneath it either, huh?
But yeah, these are worthless riffles.
Youngest son Ryder operates the 918 loader, feeding the clay-rich pay into the hopper.
It's cool working at a mine at a young age, because that's not something kids do these days, I guess.
Over the next 5 hours, they run 50 more yards of dirt through the plant.
So let's shut this plant down and go see if we can find better stuff.
Uh-oh, that's not good.
Son of a...
Yeah. That's not good, Wano.
Holy hell.
Head's gone.
Head's gone.
Yep.
We spent 4 years getting to this point.
Yep, head's gone, Wano.
That sucks.
Blew a head gasket on my pre-World War generator, man. Not too happy about it.
After an abrupt end to their first test run, the Follets pull the mats to see how much gold they've recovered.
What are we gonna do with those things? We gotta rinse them off or
Yeah.
something.
I'd like to have the sluice boxes wider and just have it so it's more of a fluid motion, because the way we have it right now is we gotta scrape this off, and hand stuff to each other, and you lose a lot in the process of handing stuff around.
Look at the amount of effort they're doing right now to clean that bowl out. 3 people down there with coffee cans dumping water in.
It takes about 20 minutes to get all the concentrates out of the bowl. It's a little difficult just from the way it's set up. We've only seen a little bit of fine gold come out of this thing.
This could take them half an hour just to clean that bowl out.
Yeah.
And honestly, it's not plumbed in right. It's not,
Nothing's
it's not
right.
worth keeping.
Next, Jagger and his brothers clean up the concentrate.
Luckily, we got Star Gold Panner Wilder here. You want me to feed you a little bit?
Yeah, just throw some in here. Our dad has a lot of trust in us. He's investing a lot of money. And I kind of want to make my dad proud.
That's all of it?
Yeah.
There's another pan somewhere. It's not real good, guys.
Is that all of it right there?
So we're not done yet.
Yeah,
but I think that's most of it.
Most of your gold will be in here,
Yeah.
buddy. It will. That's not very good. It's actually pretty bad.
That's the bigger pieces the boys have got so far today.
A little bit of fine in there, but nothing to write home about.
Pretty weak.
You guys finish up. When you're done, come find us. We'll wait up. Hey, Jagger.
What's up, Freddy?
Look underneath there.
If Freddy has set the sluice correctly, Jagger should be able to see the spiraling action in the riffles.
Now, do you see what I was talking about?
That's insane. You can really see it cleaning itself out.
Tell me when it really starts to dance, okay?
Got it.
1.
Oh.
As water and gold-bearing material flow down the sluices, the riffles create a vortex. By altering the angle of the adjustable sluice, Freddy can create a perfect deep vortex that washes away the light material and drives the heavier gold down into the carpets.
How's that?
You can see them swirling in each one like a vortex.
Yep, that looks good. You can see how that light material's all constantly going, right?
Yes, sir.
That's what we want. You know, if it wasn't doing that, then those riffles would just fill with sand, right?
I've never seen anything like this before. What I just saw was not happening before at all. There was nowhere near. The water was fighting against itself. Now it's a continuous rhythm. It's always working together, creating those vortexes.
Running the trommel faster means the Follets have completed their 70-yard test in 5 hours instead of 8.
Ran 70 yards, that's the test done. We're gonna shut it down. Shutting it down.
It's time to see if Freddy and Juan's fixes have delivered enough gold to turn this mining operation into a viable business.
Let's have a look in the sluices, guys.
We got some, it's kind of looking like we got nuggets, but I don't know yet, man. It's a little muddy.
It's crunch time as the Follett family check to see if Freddy's fixes have got them the gold they need.
Hey, Ryder, come over here real quick.
What do you see, bud? Holy
Look at
cow.
that.
Look at this one, guys.
What do you got, Ryder?
Look at that.
Half-ounce nugget.
Holy crap! What? No way! Dude! Yeah, man! Dang! Give me that thing! Jeez!
What do you think, Wilder?
That's pretty cool.
I never found a nugget like that, and not my first few years mining.
Really?
Yeah.
Not bad.
Dang.
Jagger and his brothers need a drastically improved gold way to continue working together and fulfill their dreams of becoming gold miners.
Well, let's clean it up, guys. You guys finish pulling the mats? I'll see you up top.
Cool beans. See you later.
See you in a bit.
Yep.
Shut that water off. They're picking nuggets out of the sluice box. If there was a script for it, you couldn't have wrote it better. I mean, they may actually have a place here where they can learn how to mine, and they can mine and they can make money. We'll know when we get the gold on the scale, but it looked pretty good in the sluice box.
Let's not tell Dad until we get it on the scale. What do you guys think?
Yeah.
Let's take and hide this, run all our cons and everything through the cube. We'll keep playing it.
You know, this has got to be exciting for the guys. This is their first real clean out at their mine, so it's exciting times for them. From what I'm seeing here, it doesn't look horrible. You know, it doesn't look half bad.
Yeah.
I'm just hoping that whatever the number is, it's enough for them to be able to stay here and keep on mining.
How much gold do you guys need a day to make wages and make a little profit?
We're gonna need at least an ounce a day.
Ounce? Well, if there's an ounce in this pan, you're doing over an ounce 100 because we ran 70 yards.
Yeah. But we'll see. The scale doesn't lie.
Before the fixes, the first test delivered less than 1/30th of an ounce. If the gold doesn't improve, Dave won't see a return on his $35,000 investment, and the boys' dream of being gold miners is over.
How's it going, guys?
Pretty good.
How's it look?
It's looking all right.
Whoa, that's a lot better than last time.
Yeah.
Now I see why you guys haven't been telling me.
You guys want to get up here?
Yeah, hop up, guys. .72. Almost 3/4 of an ounce, guys.
Not quite an ounce.
Nope.
Worth over $1,300, but still short of their 1 ounce target.
Well, should we put the gold from the other sluice on?
What?
Yeah. We're not done yet.
You guys.
What?
There's one.
Wow. That is huge.
Wow. Look at this one.
Wow.
Wow.
There's your big one right there. It's a nice nugget.
That is beautiful.
1.06.
Wow.
Wow.
Good job, guys.
That's fantastic.
With the addition of the nuggets, Freddy and Juan's fixes have delivered over 35 times what they got in the first test run. For the first time, the Follett family have met and exceeded their gold target and are making a profit.
That's a big increase. Huge increase.
Yeah.
That's only 3,000%.
Wow.
Compared to the first one. Well, I'm proud of that.
So am I.
Oh my.
1.06 ounces in 5 hours equates to around $4,000 a day. That's more than $600,000 over an 8-month season.
If we can keep getting clean outs like that every week, I think gold mining will be a career.
Well, thank you.
Yeah, thank you for the opportunity.
Wish we had more time with you guys.
Thank you, Freddie.
You're welcome. You're welcome.
Enjoying that too? Love you.
The look on Dave's face when he saw that gold hit the pan was surprise, and it was, I think he was proud. He was proud that the boys had done this without him hovering over them.
I've had more fun in the past few weeks of work than I've had in 3 whole years of working. It's been a blast being out here with my brothers, my old man. Everyone's in a good mood. It's great. I'm never turning back. I'd gold mine the rest of my life.
You know, the Folletts are a great family. You know, they went from having a horrible cleanup to now they actually have a feasible mine. So I'm pretty excited for them. All in all, this is a win.
You know, the first cleanup was 3/100ths of an ounce. And after we modified everything, we got over an ounce. Not only did we work on their equipment, we did lots of things here. Most of that, though, came from the cut, getting them on the right material so they're not running topsoil. I couldn't be happier with the outcome.
Freddy and Juan are in Alaska on the Bering Sea. Just 3 miles west of Nome, they're en route to the Martinson's gold dredge, the Judy Ann.
We aren't water creatures.
Wash plants, we know in and out. Now, being on the water, working on a wash plant's a different story.
The Martinsons, Judy and Doug, run a 200-ton floating platform of repurposed land mining equipment. It's part of a fleet of dredges that work Nome's offshore gold fields, one of the largest in the world with a suspected 2 million ounces of gold.
Well, we're here, huh? We're here. You want me to give you a hand, Fred? Boost up?
Yeah, there you go. That's what I do.
Ryan, I assume.
Yes.
Freddie, nice to meet
Freddy,
you.
nice to meet you.
Son Ryan is responsible for the day-to-day operations.
Have you recovered much gold?
Not enough to be in the black.
What are your main problems that you think you have?
This dredge is not making money for us. The 6 or 7 years that we've been at this, building this 200-ton behemoth, it's been a long, hard pull. We put our whole retirement, we put our whole lives in this mining. Well over $1 million into it. If we can't make this work, will be that we would sell it or scrap it.
That's a tough one.
This has to be productive, as you know. The gold is there. As hard as we tried to have the right equipment and do everything right, we need more help here so we can become efficient.
I look forward to any positive change that we can make on this dredge, whether it's fuel economy, recovery, runnability.
And that's what we'll try to do. Well, we've only got 1 week with you, so we'll do what we can. We like gold, but we don't have our sea legs quite yet. I've been on boats, on small boats, on lakes and rivers, and you don't get the same feeling you get here. It's like the whole world's moving out from under you.
We're on these spuds that enable us to dig with the excavator so we don't drag ourselves around the sea bottom. So when you feel that big jerk, that's the dredge hitting the spud and stopping us.
This is like a car wreck. Show us the boat.
Give us the tour. So we're on the stern of the dredge now where the excavator sits. So he's digging the seabed, trying to scrape that layer of gravel that sits on top.
They dig by feel.
I guess you kind of just mine by braille.
This guy does a great job. He's a natural.
My name is Bryce Hardy. This is my first season mining. Running an excavator is actually pretty scary. Once the ocean starts getting a little rough and white cappy, that's when we're high alert.
Do you test your pay as you're bringing it up? We do. When we first roll onto a spot, we'll get a bucket and we'll fill a pan with a shovel, see what it's looking like. Okay. If it's worth sticking around for, we'll
keep
on going.
You want to do one?
You want to do one, Fred?
I'll do a test pan now.
The pay dirt lies beneath 15 feet of salt water. Freddy's first test: investigate the gold in their pay dirt.
They're never consistent.
The gold that's on the Bering Sea is pretty fine.
He'll set it right here on this deck cleat, right at good digging height.
Perfect.
Okay.
It's a little different panning here, Wano.
It is.
The Martinsons leased the mineral rights to 1,200 acres of offshore claims, with inconsistent pay.
I think that's a damn good pan.
Yeah, that's a good pan. We're feeding with the excavator, and we're trying to high grade that layer of gravel that sits on top of that bedrock. That's a good indicator that we're on fresh ground. We get vegetation on the rocks. You can see the little barnacles growing on it.
Doug's getting sick. We got to get him off.
I'm feeling a little bit of it.
I'm nauseous, yeah, a little dizzy.
Drink some of that water, Doug. Yeah, that'll help you. Sorry, honey.
Seeing a little bit.
He has to go because he's seasick. It's been a tragedy from the first time we took it out.
Judy and I weren't expecting that I would be the one that gets seasick. I feel like I'm letting her down. Judy's been a real trooper and has stuck with me on it, even through some frustrations.
Can we take a look at your sluices?
The Martinsons feed sand, rocks, and fine gold from the seabed into a hopper. Grizzly bars remove the larger rocks, and the remaining material drops down into a trommel. The rocks drop out the end, while the gold and fine material passes through into a tray and is pumped up to the sluice box where the gold settles. To catch any fine gold they've missed, the slurry then flows down a hose into the lower box, known as the last chance sluice. Next, Freddy and Juan need to find out where the onboard wash plant could be losing gold.
When you do a cleanup, you mainly just pull in this box for now?
Yeah, we normally don't like to let it run any more than 24 or 30 hours on the upper box before we pull it.
Being that it's in the ocean, getting slammed side to side, you got all your gold running down one side with most of the material and all your water running down the other side.
The waves rock the sluices from side to side, making them much less efficient than a land-based system.
Level sluices wash the best. Well, we can't stop the waves, but maybe we can lessen their effects.
Yeah. So we got that sluice run up there. What's that corrugated pipe? What's it doing? Just dropping into the next sluice down below?
So that's our bypass to carry our tailings from the upper box down to our tail sluice.
But if you pan it, you're going to find gold in it then?
Yeah, I'm pretty sure we were losing a considerable amount of our fine gold.
Gold in the last chance sluice is a sure sign that the plant needs fixing.
So like if a person came in and modified some stuff up here, so you didn't have to use that hose, that'd even give you more sluice links down here to catch fine gold.
Anything we can put downstream of that is to the benefit.
What do you think, Juan? Maybe add another piece of run here and then bring it down into this box.
We got to make sure that we have an equal distribution up top. Do a nice V-splitter in it, drop it into 2 sluices.
Yep.
Yeah, that'd be a good setup.
We grab a tape measure and have a look. Let's do it.
We want to make sure that they can run as long as they can, so we're not going to shut them down to do the repairs. So we're going to measure everything and we're going to build it off-site, so when they're ready to shut down, we can come in and bring the pieces that we built and put them on.
Freddy and Juan have diagnosed how the dredge is losing gold and found a way to fix it with a new sluice and distribution system. Now, they need to set a bar for the Martinsons' gold recovery to find out if their fix works.
So how long you been running for, guys?
About 20 hours now.
What do you think about shutting down or doing a cleanup?
Be a good time to shut down and
clean it up and see what's there.
You know, honestly, you guys' setup looks pretty decent, but I'm really curious to see what you guys get. So that way we have a good starting point and a basis to see if our improvements make an improvement or not.
Let's do it.
Copy, Boogs?
Yeah, I copy.
Yeah, let's go ahead and shut down. You can make that your last bucket. Roger that.
I'm just trying to figure out for our hose. We're 16 feet, right?
We're 17, 18 feet.
That sluice?
We're 2 8-footers plus that extra foot on the end.
Forgot about that.
Where's it at?
Middle of the step. Problem is, we added a drop box on the end of that sluice, which put us out another foot. We're 8 inches longer than we can be. It'll be in the way of the stairs. If we cut that adapter down, we cut 6.5 inches off that, right? Weld it to the face is gonna be the fastest. We need to talk to Doug. Right now, we're 17.8 total, which is right here, right? Doug, we kind of got a little bit of up here. We made it a foot too long, but we're thinking we'll cut 6.5 inches off of it, right? Which would be right here, right?
We can live with that. We'll just slip past it. And
Are you sure?
Yeah, yeah.
Okay.
That's no problem.
I hate
That's all right.
It's hard with a boat, though, because some is out on the ocean.
We've had worse problems than that. That's no big deal.
that's one of the first things we learned was don't ever be too proud of anything you build because it's probably going to get moved.
We're gonna go cut this chute down really quick. Yep, we'll be right back.
Yeah, we're getting ice on the water here, and we're anxious to get out and get our last few days in.
You know, Fred, we don't have the time for these kind of screw-ups.
Gotta get it done today.
Freddy's solution to make the new sluice box fit: slice 7 inches off its mount.
We came in for this fit. Normally we'd be out there mining still, so we're in a pretty big rush to get this box in and get it welded up and fitted, and so we can get back out there and go mining. We're hoping to have this done by the end of the day. It's a race against time. It's a race against the weather.
Let's weld this.
The cut-down mount welded in place, Freddy and Juan can finally install their new sluice and distribution box.
Let's swing her in.
Let the pit stop begin.
Come on down.
Coming down.
I don't think it's gonna make it.
We can go over this way a little bit, Fred.
It's gonna be close, Juan.
And
it's gonna be tight, but I think we're a ½ inch.
Easy, Fred. Easy.
I think you got it.
She is in, Doug. You excited?
Yeah, I am.
So we got the sluice in.
With the new distribution and sluice box in position, and only blocking part of the stairway. Freddy and Juan now just have to connect it to the last chance sluice.
We're gonna try to put the hose and the clamp on right now.
Yeah, we can't damage this. They're hard to find and can't go get one easily. You gotta order it out of Anchorage in 2 or 3 days or more.
Just trying to get this hose on here. It's Steph.
It's coming, Fred. She's closing up. She is going, huh?
Oh yeah, look at that, guys.
That's a good fit. We got it in. Took a little bit of work, but between all of us, we got it in.
It's coming together, and we're gonna go out armed and ready to go and get some more gold. We're gonna catch more gold in here and not lose it out the tail.
Yeah, we're in a better place than we were a few hours ago. You know, we had one little glitch on a measurement here, but the sluice is in position. Everything looks good. Now we'll start working on their other sluices and hopefully get this boat back out to sea where it's making gold. Cut 1 inch off the expanded.
On all of them, right?
Yep, cut 1 inch off.
Their final task? Modify the dredge's top sluice box by installing Freddy's Goldilocks riffles. This should not only accelerate the dredge's cleanup time, but also help them trap more of the superfine gold.
These riffles do really good, like mixing 4 or 6 foot of this in like even a 25-foot box. I tested over about 250,000 tons and I had a 6% increase adding this in. It's just a little change.
Yep.
Hopefully it helps you catch more gold.
A fine gold recovery system is just what we needed. There it is.
Well, the sluice is done. It's
Awesome.
installed. This V-chute here is pretty short, but they work really good. As it goes down through there, it'll just level up, and then you cut it right in half. You know, all in all, it ought to run good.
Good. Looking forward to using it. I'm really thankful that we were able to go out and keep mining and didn't have to shut our operation down.
All the fixes are in, and the dredge is ready to head back to sea.
The sluice is in. All their other sluice boxes are modified, so it's about all we can do. We told them we'd get it done in 1 day, and we did it.
It takes just 2 hours to get the upgraded dredge back to the claim, ready to start their second 20-hour test.
We're on our normal mining grounds, and we're ready to give her a shot and see what how the new box does.
Let's fire it up.
Let's do it.
Okay, here we go on the feeder. Rolling on the trommel. And slurry pump. Let's do this.
Looks good, man.
Looks really good. Coming down, coming into the box. It's feeding down equally down our distribution. The V-chute's doing its job perfectly. It's coming down equally, going into the new sluice run. It looks really good.
Really excited about the box Fred built, Fred and Juan. We did lose a day of running. I'm hopeful that we'll make that up in better recovery and recovery into the future. It's kind of like an investment. We had to lose a day to gain better recovery over a longer period of time. So at the end of the day, it should be worth it.
In 20 hours, they'll find out if Freddy and Juan's fixes will get the Martinsons the gold they need to take them into profit.
You want me to weigh it up, or do you want to weigh it up?
You did it the last time. You might have the lucky touch.
I hope so.
Yeah, I think so.
1.5. Oh, that's it.
That's it.
No, I'm kidding.
Before the fixes, the gold weight was 5.46 ounces.
5.870.
Worth over $11,000.
Almost a half an ounce more. So that's
Wow.
7 or 8%.
Wow.
That's good.
That's
So-
wonderful.
Yeah, 800 or 900 a day increase in extra gold.
There you go.
Wow.
Yeah, and if you save another hour changing your sluice boxes, there's another $500 a day just by being able to change those sluice boxes faster.
Yes.
The faster cleanups and improved recovery ups the daily gold tally by over $1,400. In the course of a season, the upgraded dredge could now get nearly $500,000 in gold.
If you get another $8,000 or $9,000 a week, a lot of businesses, that's the profit.
That's a big number.
That's right.
It is.
You know, that's big. You know, if you can run 7 weeks in a season, you know,
So-
with your weather and stuff.
Yeah.
Tell you what, that should be yours and Juan's for helping us.
Well, thank you. Thank you.
Are you sure?
Of course.
You guys
yes.
have costs that you have to take care
You guys
of.
worked really, really hard.
We like to make it right.
I gotta hug you again.
With just 4 days to save the mine, Freddy must give Tyler a crash course in prospecting.
So now it's time to do some investigation.
The area shows evidence of historical mining. First step, Freddy needs to know how well it was mined.
See, now this is getting interesting here.
Discovering the date this ground was mined is critical to determine if Tyler should retreat or battle it out.
Where'd this tree come from?
50 lineal feet at the most.
So right out of your cut.
Right, in the center of it.
So I'm gonna try to age this tree using these rings as a reference or a guide to let us know when this was mined, because they would have tore every tree out of it. 24, 25, 26, 27, 28.
If the tree is less than 150 years old, Tyler's ground may be worthless.
38, 139, 140. This tree's 140 years old. That tells me that this was mined out in the 1860s, 1870s. And there was probably thousands of people in here at the time.
What we want to do is we want to cut this spray bar and angle the jet so they're actually hitting the material.
In the hope that Freddy's search for gold will pay off, Juan begins modifications to the trommel to improve its recovery.
I seen it flopping.
Yep, she's almost there.
Freddy and Juan identified the spray bar was set at the wrong angle.
Kind of like taking a shower but not standing under the shower head.
Completely missing the rocks.
Oh, there you go. Got her now.
Juan's plan? Rotate the spray bar 45 degrees off the vertical to ensure water effectively washes the rocks.
You're gonna run a trommel and equipment. You just gotta pay, and so far it hasn't.
Right here, you'll see these two holes. Go ahead and drill those out, and then we'll go to the next size up, go to 3/8.
Tyler, you spending money to be here. I'm helping my son here, and hopefully get him on the right track. All right.
You know, we come into situations sometimes where it doesn't require a ton of fixes. You know, something as small as adjusting the spray bar, it's gonna make a huge difference in the recovery. But all that is secondary. First and foremost, we gotta make sure that we find a spot that's worth mining.
Freddy believes the gold that didn't make it into the old-timers' sluices got trapped in the fractured bedrock.
This is Plan B. I hope we don't have to find a Plan C, because I don't know that there'd be one. Give her hell, bud.
Hope and pray that we can find some serious gold. I need to turn this thing around. I need to get my debts paid.
Perfect. Let's see what's in it. Well, fingers crossed, man.
Yeah.
Look at that.
Heck yeah.
There is. Holy cow. 11, 12, 13, 14, 15 colors. And some of them pretty flippin' nice.
That's phenomenal, Freddy.
So that's in the bedrock that the old timers couldn't clean up.
They left a lot of gold laying there, didn't they?
Well, they didn't have a traco. They had bars and picks.
Right.
This excites me.
I'm hopeful.
See the different color carpets going here.
So what we're doing here, by having the second layer of carpet, what it's gonna do, it's gonna allow that material, if it does work its way through the miner's moss, it'll still get trapped underneath.
Okay.
So it's just giving you a second layer of a protection. Let me finish cutting this up, and then we can start working on the adjustment on them.
All righty.
How's she going, Juan?
It's coming along, Freddy. I'm just putting these riffles back together.
Looks good. I'll start lowering the sluice then, eh, Juan?
Yeah.
All hands on deck right now to get this done. We've got, just a limited amount of time.
I'm excited to see the first scoop of material go through, see what it looks like.
Here goes. First bucket, Wano.
Moment of truth, huh, Freddy?
Yep, let's start a timer.
All right.
Let's do a 4-hour run.
Over the last week, Freddy and Juan have re-angled the spray bar, to ensure water washes gold off the rocks, lowered the sluices, and installed custom mats and riffles to capture fine gold, and diverted snowmelt into their feeder pond so that the water they pump up to the trommel is clean. But Freddy's toughest challenge was finding pay. To make this mine viable,
Moment of truth.
Tyler needs at least 0.44 ounces.
Well, that's go, Fred. I'll let you do the honors.
There's a hat in it.
Oh, that actually looks pretty good.
Yeah, it does.
Wow.
The first 4-hour test produced less than $250 with just 0.13 ounces of gold.
You guys ready to weigh this up?
Yep, I am.
Well,
dang, look at that.
We're already ahead of where you were last time. There's a ½ ounce.
Half an ounce. Wow.
We just went past 3/4.
That looks really good.
That looks really good, guys.
Well, 0.77.
0.77.
That's right.
0.77 ounces, an increase of nearly 600%.
I'm happy to see you smiling now.
A full day would produce 1.54 ounces. If the gold and snowmelt hold up, in the next month, Tyler could mine $65,000 worth of gold.
Thanks, Fred.
You're
Thanks
welcome. You're welcome.
That's going to save my season.
Enough to pay back investors and provide an income for his family.
You've gone from, what, $200 a day in 4 hours to $1,300 bucks in 4 hours.
That's phenomenal. That's the best we've ever done.
Finally
I know. It's been a great opportunity to learn. These lessons, they're something I'll always have and never forget. I'm not quitting, I'm not giving up. I'm gonna mine the heck out of this thing and get all the gold I can. Thanks, Fred. Juan.
No problem.
Completely turned it around.
Tyler and Kevin now, they actually have an opportunity to make a living. You know, before, they were not even paying the bills. But now, with what we were able to find them, and with the plant being fixed properly, they have a chance. They have a real shot at this.
I'm wasting time. I gotta get my ass to mining.
You gotta get to work, huh? Well, we really gotta get on the road, too, so.
Yeah. The biggest help that we helped these guys with was turning them into prospector miners. Now they've got a vision. Now they've got a goal. Now they understand the lay of their land. And the sky's the limit for these guys. Good to be with my buddy in his home state of Nevada.
So what do you know about Miner Mike?
He's been at it for a long time.
So he's a seasoned miner.
Sometimes it takes us coming in before they're willing to shut down for a day or two to fix stuff because they just want to keep making gold, you know. This might be our first mine intervention, Wano.
I'm Juan.
Hi, Juan.
Will Mercy.
Will?
Nice to meet
Will.
you.
Will.
Yes, sir.
And Mike, I assume.
Well, it's a cool looking little plant you got here.
Thank you. It's a work in progress.
So is it just you two guys out here right now?
Right now, yes,
Yeah.
it is.
Okay.
How much gold have you done this year?
Well, we just got started so far. Bad year would be 100 ounces.
We need 4 ounces a day, and we're just not getting it.
Well, what do you think? Let's run it for 4 hours and see how much gold you get.
Hell yeah.
Let's do it.
Right on.
They may see some things that may not work in their minds, but after a little bit of explanation, I think that Freddy, he might learn something from what I'm doing. Now, I'm not a rookie, and I believe I know the ground. I know how to catch gold.
Let's go! Get some gold!
First bucket, Juan.
Hope we can get lucky with some gold today.
Woohoo! Mike spent nearly 3 decades building this mine into not just his livelihood, but also his home.
This is my life, what I do here. I want to keep doing it forever. To live out in the country and look at God's creation every day.
This may be a tough one.
Yeah.
You know, without rebuilding their plant.
It would take us 2-3 weeks just to get everything redone.
He's worried he may be losing big nuggets. We need to start with what's going to get him the most gold in his pocket in the time that we're here.
Mike feeds pay dirt into the 1940s converted asphalt dryer he uses as a trommel. Large rocks pass out the end, where Will collects them in a waiting dump truck. The small material caught by the trommel passes down through a series of pipes into a jig. Anything smaller than 1/8 of an inch should fall through the jig screen and into Mike's first sluice run. The larger material passes into a 9-inch wide chute, which funnels into a repurposed oil barrel. Calling this a dewatering barrel, Mike punched holes into the drum so when it spins, the material gets broken up and dried out. This finest material then passes down through the holes and into his last chance sluice boxes.
Look at that sluice down there. We're only here for a week, so just trying to look and see if there's any things that we can help him recover more gold with. And he's doing a pretty good job.
You know, honestly, the big chunky gold he has, it's easy to catch.
Easy to catch those nuggets.
Yeah, it's the fine gold you got to worry about.
So maybe the bottom box, that little guy.
What are you thinking?
It's got all nugget riffles in there. They're just plugged right solid.
Yeah. That's something we're gonna have to address. Just keep on looking.
This little chute here, that really isn't gonna do anything the way he's got it set up. You know, with the amount of water you got coming off here, it's gotta be some fine gold in there too.
Yeah, I would imagine so. This dewatering trommel, it's just getting backed up. We can fix that.
We'll figure something out to keep those holes cleaned out.
Keep from getting blinded up.
The dewatering trommel spins water off the wet rocks and reroutes any material that is 3/16 of an inch or less into the last chance sluice. Anything larger is sent up the conveyor to the tailings pile.
I'll keep looking around. You want to start panning?
Yeah, I'll take a look at it and see what we're losing.
Okay.
Juan will sample the tailings out of the dewatering trommel, where, if Mike's right about catching 98% of his gold, there should be nothing but clean gravel.
And there's gold in it. So right there, there's about 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9 pieces of gold. One of them's actually pretty sizable. The other 8, they're not real big, but they're there. It's a bad sign. You know, that dewatering screen, what we're doing there, I think we're actually creating kind of a muddy mess, and we're actually pushing it out the tailings conveyor. We're never even having a chance to be able to sluice it.
Last bucket. One more.
Now, Mike. So I panned some of your tailings coming on that conveyor. Out of one pan, it was 3/4 full, about 9 pieces in it.
Dumping gold.
They're little, but they're there.
I'm shocked.
And that's out of one pan.
Whoa.
We send pans through all day, every day.
Damn.
If there's 9 pieces in a pan going up, that could be millions.
Heartbroken?
Don't be heartbroken. That's why we're here, Mike. Freddie and I were here. We want to help as best we can. I'm just hoping that he's going to be open to changes, you know?
Time to weigh some gold up, huh?
Yeah, this is the gold we got from that 4-hour run.
Dump her in.
To cover the soaring cost of fuel, repairs, and make a profit,
There's some dust
chunky
in there.
stuff in there.
Mike needs around 4 ounces per day.
And dust.
Some fine stuff, too.
This 4-hour test must deliver no less than 2 ounces.
There's 1.37.
Drop that guy in there too.
1.60.
We have some ideas. One thing is we know we're losing fine gold, and we need to focus on that. So it's not the most ideal situation, but I know you're worried about your nuggets, right? You know, those big nuggets going off the end.
The guy I know, he's a metal detecting professional. I thought about bringing him in to just swing a metal detector around your tailings piles and see if he finds a nice nugget there.
Sounds great.
Sounds good.
See you in a minute, guys.
The second test run must prove the fixes will deliver at least 1.75 ounces per day to make the true mine profitable.
Do you not have a backup plan going into this? I mean, everything, my investment, everything I've been saving for the last 10 years is in this operation, and it needs to be successful.
Here's a moment of truth, Freddy.
First bucket, Juan.
There it is. That grizzly bar's working better already, Freddy.
It is.
When we did our initial test run, several times he had to go out there and actually poke the hopper.
The way it's designed, too, we've gone from 30 degrees to 35 degrees. It's looking good. It's doing exactly what I'd hoped it would do. It's keeping the weight off that belt, it's not plugging, and it's a constant feed forward.
Before right there is where that other bar was, Fred, it would already be getting caught.
During that 4-hour initial test, probably lost 20 minutes of downtime because of this feeder plugging up.
I'm happy with that, Fred. Good job.
Thanks,
Looks good.
Yeah, so far, I've not had to stop once for the feeder. I mean, she is just feeding beautiful, which is saving tons of time. Grizzly bars are working good. It feels good when everything's running smooth, man.
Wiper's doing its job, on.
It's working, Freddy.
We don't have a stream running anymore.
No. You know, we're saving all that water, and then we're scraping all that material off the bottom of the belt, getting it sluiced.
Yep.
You know, for a cheap little home-built scraper, it's working all right.
Yep. Good job, Wano.
Yep. Thanks, bud.
Oh, this is make or break. Already struck out in a couple endeavors in life, and this is pretty much my last chance to be able to provide and keep my family fed.
Mining is one of the things I've always been really passionate about. So Freddy Juan can make it to where we can do this for a full-time job. So I mean, it'd be like a dream come true.
There we are, Freddy.
Last bucket?
Last bucket, man.
Last bucket, Derek!
All right, sounds good. Shut her down, guys.
That was a good run.
4 hours, right on the nose.
I'm excited to see this cleanup, Freddy.
I am too. Well, fingers crossed, Wano.
Yeah.
Well,
moment of truth, guys.
All right, here we go. Fingers crossed. The three of us are practically feeding our families. I mean, really, we're eating out of the sluice box. So, I mean, every ounce we get, I mean, it counts.
well, first scoop, huh?
Let's see how it does.
If successful, the table should separate the gold from the amber sands.
A little nervous, hopefully, because this stuff's heavy.
Yeah, I know.
But Freddy's never experienced this material before.
See what it does. Watch this, guys.
And if it fails, so too will the last hope for the true mine.
I'm not seeing anything on this side. You?
Nope.
No gold in this. Well, it's way heavier than most sands.
You may have to adjust your sprayers just a little bit here.
Let me make sure those hoses are in there. Here we go. Watch right there. Boom. See, it's split.
Wow.
It is. It's splitting
Yeah,
that
I
off.
see it.
Boom.
It's pretty cool stuff.
It's crazy.
Dang, I've never seen anything like this.
Sweeping
Got a nice line of gold, Freddy. Looks good.
It is a nice line of gold.
Wow. Holy, look at it's so
Yeah,
crazy.
more coming.
Looking good.
This
Turn
is
this water
so
down up here.
Wild.
You know what's kind of cool about this? I'll be honest with you, as heavy as that stuff is, I was nervous about it.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's pretty heavy.
So I'd look like a fool if I couldn't clean it up, right?
Yeah. Pretty neat.
Yeah, it looks good, man.
Yeah. It's actually doing a really good job separating that stuff.
Yeah. That beats a pan and mercury, huh?
Oh, yeah.
I mean, I think this will be faster, too.
It will be faster.
And
Yeah, totally.
The process you have to go through with the mercury, this will be faster.
Way faster.
You're going to get more gold, too.
Eric and I have talked about getting a table for a long time, and it's really going to help us out and get away from mercury. At the end of the day, it could be the game changer, you know?
So this gold's probably 10% cleaner than your gold. So a lot of the weight we did on that first test was
junk.
dirt.
Yeah.
And some of that's heavy mineral.
Yeah.
But this is cleaner, and what do you think, guys?
Oh, yeah, that's really good.
That looks good.
Yeah.
This should take a day off of what we were doing before. It just took so long with those concentrates and having to amalgamate them.
You want to dry this up, Derek, and we'll get a weight on it.
Sounds good.
All right. Sounds like a plan.
Let you handle the treasure. I don't want to do
Don't spill it.
If this doesn't work, I have no other options. I've exhausted everything else. It has to work.
Here they come, one.
Let's see what it is, Fred. Yeah, moment of truth. Moment of truth.
Yeah, moment
There
of
you
truth.
go, guys.
Well,
it looks better.
right there is 0.61, guys. That's how much gold you had the first 4-hour run. So we got a little left in here. Everything else from here on out hitting the scales and increase. Here we go.
For this mine to turn a profit, the results from the second test needs to deliver at least 0.7 ounces.
0.63, 0.64, 0.67, 0.7,
0.71. That's pretty good.
Boom.
What is that, Freddie?
Wow.
About 15% or so?
15%.
Yep, 15%.
That's pretty damn good.
That's gonna add up.
Yeah.
It's going to be more than that because your runtime's going to go up exponentially because of the table.
Because what we table that in? Probably 15 minutes?
Yeah.
Right?
With Freddy and Juan's fixes and the new cleanup process, a full day of running could net the crew over 2 ounces of gold, worth $3,600, enough to support their families and turn a profit.
And the truth of the matter is, none of that has mercury on it, right?
Yeah.
So that's pretty damn good.
And it's even better.
So, you know, mining's a numbers game. The table, the way this is all work out, I think it's going to get us what we need, and I think it's going to make a huge difference.
Happy with this?
Oh, yeah.
Absolutely.
Yeah, I'm really happy.
Yeah.
We're happy
That's
with it.
really
Yeah.
good.
We're happy.
I mean,
No, it's
so
great, man.
thankful. This is
Yeah.
awesome.
Well, take care of this, guys.
Yeah.
yeah,
we will.
we will,
It's our new
absolutely.
baby.
You take care of this, it'll take care of you.
Yeah.
Absolutely.
Here's your gold.
Awesome.
And
Gentlemen,
Yeah.
pleasure.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Thank you.
Pleasure.
This is it.
First bucket, guys.
First bucket. Here we go.
Moment of truth, Wano.
In the first run, low water pressure meant rocks weren't being cleaned properly, passing out the end of the trommel, still covered in gold-bearing clay.
Look at the difference, Juan. This is from our previous run. The first test, look at all the clay on there.
Yeah, you can tell.
Yeah, look at
The
this.
two comparisons are night and day.
All that material on there and how much cleaner it is now. There's a heck of a lot less mud on there now. Huge difference, Juan.
At the sluice box, the effects of the fixes are plain to see.
There's a lot more water in here than there was before by narrowing that up.
Yeah.
Right? And redoing that plumbing up there has made a difference. I bet we got 10 to 15% more water now.
Awesome. Yeah, you can definitely see the water action, the increase in it in the box. Man, Terry, from down here, it looks like we're just flying through the material.
We are smoking it.
Awesome.
I think I've run half as much material already as we ran the whole run the other day.
The amount of material passing through is causing Chad a welcome headache.
I'm clogging up down here. It's very obvious we've doubled or even tripled our production. I can't even clear it with the shovel. We're pushing so much through. This is a problem I can deal with. I'm happy to have this problem.
Well, Freddie, I gotta say, you know, for kind of a shot in the dark, you know, I know we've built trommels before, but we've never built a scrubber like that.
Yep.
And I was a little nervous about it, but it's doing a great job.
They're running more material now than they've ever ran.
They're running a lot more material, and it's a lot cleaner than it's ever been. Where are we at on time, Fred? Oh,
One more minute.
Yeah, we're
Last
there.
bucket. Be 4 hours and 1 minute.
Hey, guys! Last bucket!
Terry, I beat you here. Have a look at that.
Holy
smokes, that's what I'm talking about. Even I can see gold clear down here. Dude.
Yeah!
But the exciting thing is look how deep all this gold is in the carpet.
Oh,
right?
man.
I
Look
totally
in the
see-
carpet itself,
Yeah.
it's loaded. You've never seen gold like that in the box before?
No, no.
Freddie,
You'll see it again.
I can't say thank you enough. I really can't, from the bottom of my heart. I've only had dreams of seeing gold like that, but here I'm actually looking at it.
That's what dreams are made of right there.
Yeah.
Dreams and incomes.
Oh, I'm swelling with emotion, happiness, pride also, but relief.
I couldn't be happier right now. The line of gold at the top of that sluice, phenomenal for the amount of material that's ran. We've taken them from what was a hobby before, they were struggling at, to now they can make a living. And it looks like a damn good living.
We're gonna clean it up now, weigh it up, see what we got.
Buenos dias, muchacho.
What's going on, guys?
How's it going?
Good morning. It's going good.
After 6 days at the Marmolejo mine in northeast Oregon, it's time to see if Freddy and Juan's fixes can double the gold haul to make this mine profitable.
We got a lot of fine in there that I've never seen in there before.
That's a fact.
Look at all, yeah, there's
you
a
can
bunch
see it
of
in there.
fine in there.
Yep.
Well, you guys ready to see what you got?
Let's check it out.
Absolutely.
Some pretty gold, guys. Beautiful gold.
Yeah.
The first 4-hour run saw 0.86 ounces of gold.
Well, there's over a half ounce.
Chad needs it doubled if he's to tempt best friend Terry to invest.
We're over 0.86 from last time. And 1.68.
Oh, there you go.
Double, I told you.
Double?
Yeah, double.
Yeah. That's
Double.
awesome.
I know we
Right on,
want
guys.
more than double. Yeah.
Freddy and Juan's fixes have brought an earning potential of over $12,000 per week.
That's what we needed. That's what we needed, guys.
Yeah.
That's
awesome. You know, originally you guys said 2.5 ounces is break even a week, right? So now you're going to be able to make a little money.
I can't tell you what that, I mean, I've beat my head against this place for a decade, you know. It's been very difficult here, but the Goldway was awesome, and we keep running like that. 6 ounces a week is very doable. It proved we can turn this into a viable business is huge for my family.
You know, the great thing is you didn't have to worry about any breakdowns. The plant ran flawlessly.
I can hear.
You can hear what?
I can hear.
And the good thing, guys, is you've got gold in multiple places here. You've got that cut that this came out of, and you've got all this up here.
Definitely. You know, by the looks of it, you guys got a real future here.
Yeah.
You know, it's not going to be one summer and you're done here. You got multiple years here, so.
Yeah.
But the big question, is this Goldway enough to confirm Terry's investment in the mine?
Hopefully that puts your mind at ease, you know, about getting involved here, because really that's a good cleanup.
After seeing that box, I called my wife and I said, you know, this is it. This is real. This is a viable thing, and, you know, we're ready to do this thing. I'm all in. I mean, if you'll still have me as a partner on this deal, I'm all in. I'm ready to do this.
Terry's not only my best friend, but he's like my brother. And this is a big investment, and it's a lot of pressure on me too.
I'm ready.
Yeah, me too. But I'm very hopeful for the future.
I'm in. I'm in. What this means for Chad and the future of the mine is he's going to be able to provide for his family in a way that he hasn't been able to since 2008. I'm, hoping and praying that this is the step that takes him to the next level where he can really provide a good outcome for them.
Yep. Yeah. You know what, guys? Juan and myself talked about it. We would mine here.
Yeah. That means a lot.
That means a lot.
Awesome. You guys are onto something here.
Yep.
Well, guys, we got to get on the road.
Safe travels.
Thank you.
Thank you, sir.
Sorry,
Thank
man.
you.
I gotta hug you, brother.
Take care, guys.
All right.
You be safe on the road.
Honestly, we took on more than we probably should have, but it worked out just great. They went from, just being able to make it, barely make it, now they're actually going to be able to make it and be able to put money in their pocket.
"12 miles northwest of Sumter.
Jasper.
The claim is owned by 53-year-old struggling miner, Chad Marmolejo. He's called in best friend Terry for a final roll of the dice.
Hey, guys.
Good morning. Hi.
Good morning.
Hey.
I'm Chad.
Nice to meet you, Chad.
Nice to meet you.
Freddie.
Hi, Freddie. It's a real pleasure.
What's your name? Terry. Terry?
Yeah, good to meet you.
Nice to meet you, Terry.
How long have you been out here running, Chad?
Well, at this spot here, about 10 years. It had some ponds, a little trommel, and I started there and just doing little bits at a time, evolving into
this. Is what you got now, huh?
This is what I have now. 2008, I was a heating and air conditioning contractor, one-man shop. The housing crashed, forced my company to fail. Being that I just became a dad a few years before that, I was like, man, what the heck am I gonna do now? A lot of places weren't hiring. Just clicked in my brain. I was like, I grew up in gold country. I first started hunting on that very hill right there behind me when I was 11 years old. And I was like, man, I think I ought to give that a whirl. So I came up with a shovel and pans and started finding gold right away. It was pretty much gold fever right then, right out of the gate.
But just as Chad started out on his dream to mine gold, life had other ideas.
My mom passed away, and that hit me pretty hard. I took a 1-year break. It was just too hard to be over here. So the first year when I got back, the wash plant would break down, and then this year, all gung-ho again to get back at it, but still kept fighting breakdowns. It's just been one challenge after another. I can't keep having horrible season after horrible season and not face reality that either I'm not meant to do this or I'm not capable of doing this. This is absolutely the make it or break it year.
How have you done the last few years as far as gold recovery?
To be honest, the last couple years were horrible.
Okay.
Between breakdowns and the time that I could actually run, it was very disheartening. My driving force is I wanted to turn it into something that I could provide for my family. And when it started out in the beginning, it was very exciting. I had a 12-ounce season. That was my best year. That doesn't even cover the money that I spent getting over here and the fuel.
Yeah, that's not good.
To keep his dream alive, Chad called in the cavalry. Best friend and retired businessman, Terry Larimer.
Now, how long have you been up here, Terry?
I just started coming up this spring, helping him repair stuff and just trying to help him. I gotta admit, I got a little bite of the gold fever, maybe.
Okay.
I was a mechanical heating and air conditioning contractor for 36 years.
Okay.
Yeah, sold out back in January and actually retired. They're looking for an investment.
Terry's promised Chad a much-needed cash injection for fuel and equipment. But first, he needs to be certain the mine can turn a profit.
And, you know, Terry's not only my best friend, but he's a very sharp businessman, so he crunches numbers way better than I do, and I'm very hopeful for the big investment, and that's a make it or break it decision.
What do you need per day to make a living out here?
We're currently running about 50 yards a week, getting an ounce, ounce and a half. If we get, you know, 2.5 ounces a week, we're starting to break even.
Yeah. He knows what he needs to survive, but I know what I'd like to see to stay involved with him. Well, I think my goal would be to see him pull 5 ounces a week.
So we've got to double up here.
Yeah, it would definitely make the difference.
Okay.
Well, when we drove up, I saw a camper. That's got to be yours, huh? Are you in that tent?
Yes, I'm in the tent in a little Taj
Roughing it a
Mahal.
little.
Well,
yeah.
let's fire up a plant and maybe help him get where he can go from a tent to a camper.
Yeah, let's do it.
Amen to that.
There you go.
Let's make some gold.
Get ready for the violence. It's a noisy little plant.
Yeah. Definitely won't be able to take a nap, huh?
I'll start a timer.
4-hour test. There it goes, first bucket. Oh, Fred, look. Spray bar just broke down.
It did. Spray bar broke off 11 seconds in.
Well, there goes your water bar. Yeah, that's not what I was expecting to break. You got a couple of them big zip ties or something?
High-tech stuff. It's embarrassing when I have something like my water line break. It definitely seems like if it's not one thing, it's another.
Juan's past experience working for his father's plumbing business gives him a vital perspective on the pipe work.
He's got a double 90 down here and then got a double 90 up here.
Yeah.
He's got 4 90s within about 10 feet.
Every time the water in the pipe hits a 90-degree bend and heads off in a new direction, it loses pressure. Less water pressure in the wash plant means gold and clay stay stuck to the rocks.
He's killing his flow right there, probably 20, 25% right there.
All right, let's try this again.
Chad's operation features an unusual setup. Terry loads clay-rich pay into the hopper. It passes into a makeshift vibrating mini screen deck, where the reattached spray bar washes the first of the gold-bearing material off the rocks. The grizzly bars screen off anything bigger than 5 inches. Next, the 10-foot trommel washes the material and screens it down to less than ½ an inch. Finally, it passes into the 40-foot sluice box, where the gold should settle in the riffles.
Hey, Terry, I think they're going to check the box down at the end to see if we have any fine gold getting out of the sluice.
Get it, but first time I stuck a pan in it, it's off color.
I found one piece. You know, this is off the end of the sluice box, but if in one pan I was able to find that one piece, you know, we're losing gold, so we're gonna have to do something about the recovery as well.
Some of this is pretty heavy clay.
Former ranch hand Freddy spots another problem in the wash plant.
The screen is there, I think it's an old grain screen, like for wheat or corn or something, you know, to get the dust and stuff out of it. Okay. Right? It's not made for rocks like that.
Yeah, no, that thing's about ready to break apart.
Lightweight as it is with all these big rocks, that's kind of like bringing a spoon to a gunfight.
I was able to get it all taken apart, and I got these links put back together. That chain, that's what brings the material forward. These paddles are welded onto the links, and what happened was this side must have gotten caught up, and it broke the links. Rich had a little section of chain left over, so I would pull a few links off of it and repair it. Welded this crossbar back onto the link.
pretty much ready to go.
How's it going, guys?
Hi.
Hi, guys.
Freddy and Juan spent the last 5 days overhauling the Deets brothers' operation.
So I say we run 80 minutes, which is twice what we ran last time, so the math will be easy, and we'll see how much gold's in it. Let's fire it up.
Let's go.
See what we got.
Good.
Firing it up.
Before the hopper feeder was out of action, Juan fixed the drive chain to allow more pay through the plant. Material built up on one side of the sluice, blocking the riffles. Juan installed a chute that distributes material across the full width of the box, alongside Freddy's rebuilt sluices with new riffles and custom carpets. But the new pay Freddy prospected could be the key to keeping the brothers' mining dream and their friendship alive.
Hey, we're good. We're good. There we go, first bucket. See if we can get some color here.
Nice to be running again. Yeah, I hope they're golden.
First bucket's in, Juan. The water turned brown. Well, we got a lot of changes in this box now, Juan.
Yeah.
Before it was the same. Before
The same. Plug, all the way down.
All the way.
A lot better.
Lynn,
Yeah, go ahead.
how's it going up there for you?
Yeah, that material looks good.
I like it. If you look at it from this angle, you see how it's just coming. I like that flow much better. Look at how round that's river rock. Rock on. Hey! Look at that one. That's rounded. That's pretty good, bro. That's a rounded one. Here's another one. Look at this one. We're gonna get it.
Shut it down, guys. That's 80 minutes. It's twice what we did last time, so we'll see how much gold we get out of it.
Okay, go ahead and turn it off, Kevin. Shutting it down. How's it looking, Juan?
Looks pretty damn good, guys. Looks really good. Look in there. This whole riffle's packed all the way into this corner.
Wow. I can see it, yeah.
We've never seen gold in the...
Yeah, we've never seen gold.
Look down here. Look at that. Look down here. If you guys want to start knocking the boards and pulling the riffles out of here.
Okay, we'll do it. All I need's a hammer this time, Freddy.
That's it, man.
Look at that. No bolt, no where to find that wrench, none of that. Look at that. How happy am I?
Cleanup from the second test complete. It's the moment of truth for the Deets brothers.
Gentlemen.
How's it going?
Good, good.
Looking.
Good, good.
Got her dried up?
I do.
I'd like to see it. Pour her, Wano.
The first test delivered 0.06 ounces from 40 minutes.
Because we ran twice as long. Let's go 0.12.
If Freddy and Juan's improvements work, this second test of 80 minutes should deliver more than 0.12 of an ounce.
Look how much is left in the
So
jar.
reality is that's what your increase is.
Wow.
Awesome.
Pour it out, Wano. .44. Right there's $900 worth of gold.
Dude,
Wow.
hey,
That's amazing, isn't it?
cool.
That's 2 ounces, 100 yards.
For the amount of time that was ran, this is a 350 to 400% increase in gold.
And it's amazing. Look at all that fine gold that's in there now.
Yeah, it wasn't there before.
We didn't have that before.
I couldn't be more pleased, guys.
What do you think, bro?
I don't know what to think. I'm speechless. I mean, this is huge.
I'm totally grateful to them. I can't explain what it means. When there's still hope, then your attitude goes up, your enthusiasm goes up, and your will to do it goes up.
And your morale of the team goes up.
Totally. And you guys changed that.
Today was just totally amazing. The sluice box worked perfect. Freddy and Juan, their improvements to the plant, they did exactly what they said they were going to do. Now we know that there's gold in the area. We've learned how to look for it. We can come back next year. This has been huge.
Well, there's your gold.
Wow.
Nice.
Look at that.
Look at that.
Guys, it's been a pleasure.
Okay.
Get loaded up and get out. Oh, you're welcome.
How much appreciate it.
You're welcome.
Thank you.
Safe travels, guys.
Stay in touch, okay?
Yeah,
You bet.
sure. Thank you,
We're good.
guys. To see the pan of almost a half ounce after we ran for 80 minutes just blew me away, because that gold really came out of our land. That's pretty exciting. And on top of that, having a better relationship with my brother, and then on top of that, having some hope for next year, it really puts it all into a complete circle and really fits for this stage of our lives. So I'm very grateful for that. Rich, we did this so, you know, we could get a connection again, and it's important.
I understand. It's been tough. I'm sorry, you know, for things that happened in the past, and I just, you know, we just got to learn to maybe live with each other just a little bit, okay? I love you. Really do. I'm sorry. I really am. I'm really sorry. I know it's hurting you.
Let's go. I'm going to show you another spot.
All right.
Thank you.
Thistle. I hate thistle, Juan. There's the thistle, yeah.
I hear that works good as wiping paper if you don't have any toilet paper.
It's one of the best, along with poison ivy and stinging nettles.
Freddy and Juan trek through Montana, 50 miles northwest of Helena, in the Finn mining district. They've been called for what they believe will be a quick fix, en route to their next rescue.
Where did you meet these guys again?
I met Bryce and Heidi at one of the trade shows I went to last year, Fred. Bryce was telling me he cashed in his entire savings on this mine site. They bought them a few years back, and they've got all their equipment. I wasn't 100% sure how much time we'd have, Fred, but I told them if we were in the area, we'd stop by.
This got to be a quick fix, Juan.
Yeah, exactly, Freddie. I'm hoping at least.
One thing's for sure, they've produced a tremendous amount of placer gold out of Montana.
Gold was discovered in Montana in 1864 on the site of the future state capital. Over 100 years, old-timers in this area pulled out 5,000 ounces of gold, worth today $9 million. But their primitive mining methods mean a bounty of gold should still be up for grabs. This is a gamble one family staked their future life on.
Freddy, nice to meet you.
Nice to meet you. What's your name?
Riker.
Riker.
I'm Heidi.
Nice to see you again, Heidi. How you doing, sir?
I'm Ted.
Nice to meet you, Ted.
AKA the goat. I'm the goat in the old dirty goat mine. Really glad you guys made it up here.
Machine operator and welder Bryce Waits, his wife Heidi, mom Lori, and dad Ted, nicknamed Goat, have been mining at this site for 3 years.
So when I met you guys last year, you guys were talking about your operation up here. Are you planning on this being on a full-time gig instead of just a weekend
Absolutely.
thing?
But
what do you really think you need?
we're still in the throwing money phase for the most part. You know, when you get started, you don't realize all the stuff you need. My dad used to take me gold panning way back when I was a young tyke. Never really lost the passion.
Finally, I found this placer property and came and checked it out, did some panning in the creek and showed gold and bit the bullet and bought the property.
Bryce and I met through a mutual friend, actually at a brew fest, so I knew it had to be good.
Both in their mid-30s, Bryce and Heidi aimed to leave their jobs and suburban home.
When he came to me and said, "Do you want to buy a gold mine?" I said, "Okay." Like, how could I say no to that?
Even with new equipment, the Waits mine is running at a loss, jeopardizing their big dream.
This property for us is really our salvation. We have everything that we could need here. Our goal is to have a cabin, and I want my kids to be kids as long as possible, and this place allows for that, for them to be in the dirt, you know, playing in the water, doing what kids should be doing. It's really our dream of trying to better ourselves, to make a good life for our kids, for us, for our family, to all be together, and to be good stewards of the land.
I want my kids to see that hard work can get you anything that you want. This is the American dream. You know, if you want a good life, you have to get it yourself, build it yourself. But we've invested upwards of $250,000. It really has to pay back now.
We really need to hit at least 50 ounces this season. So far, we have not hit 10. A lot of people doubted us when we're buying a gold mine. Oh, I can't believe it. And, you know, we'd love to prove them all wrong and say, well, we made a business. You know, we made a life out of this.
What's your gold look like here? You getting fine gold or coarse gold? Or
coarse gold.
All coarse? You got fines mixed in?
Well, there is fines, but not a lot of it.
Oh, that's pretty stuff.
Yeah.
That's all collected.
That's all you've got so far?
Yeah. There's like 10 ounces there.
It's beautiful gold.
The Waits have mined just 3.5 ounces each year so far, but need over 10 times that to go full time.
I know the old timers mined out a small section of the property and they pulled out $2 million worth of gold. So the gold here should be pretty good in spots, but we've had pretty dismal runs.
It gets pretty gnarly up here sometimes, trying to get good gold.
Well, there's only one way to find out if we can help you or not. That's watch you run.
Sure.
Okay.
Absolutely.
Let's do it.
Heidi and Bryce's wash plant is an all-in-one hopper feeder and trommel. Bought online for $40,000 and modified using Bryce's welding skills.
Nice looking little plant.
Yeah, it is.
Show us around a little bit.
We bought the wash plant and drove down to Arizona to get it, but it had never been ran. So it was in good shape, but we had no idea how it would run. So Bryce had to do quite a bit of repairs and maintenance on it just to get it to be functional.
My son is a pretty good fabricator, so I'm hoping the plant is considered decent.
So yeah, this is the sluices with the new hydraulic riffle.
You built that sluice yourself, huh?
Yes.
That's not what it came with?
Nope. Nope.
Since most of your gold's coarse, you're catching most of it in the top end, I assume, huh?
Yep.
You put the screen in there, huh?
Yep. Welded the pre-screen on the inside because the rocks were beating the actual screen so much.
Oh, yeah.
So now you're doing a 2-day run, Saturday and Sunday, right? What are you pulling out of here for a 2-day run, roughly?
It depends because of the nuggets. You know, we've had as low as $5 a yard all the way up to $50 a yard. The last run we did, we were right at $10 a yard. Of the last 30 pans I've done up here, I haven't found one single speck of gold. If that tells you anything.
That shows you it's a real spotty deposit.
Well, this first run, what we're going to do is we're just going to kind of step back. We're going to watch everything, just watch what you guys do, how you do things, watch the plant run, and we're not going to get involved at all. So
let's do it.
Let's do it.
Firing up! Let the hydraulic pump get it warmed up.
Gregor, you want to jump in and show them how to do it?
Do what?
To run the excavator?
Really simple.
Oh, it's really actually simple. Okay.
Really simple.
Yeah, you got a grub face.
All right, let's get some gold. First bucket coming in.
Well, you definitely got a beautiful place up here. You know, it's a gorgeous scenery. And it's got to be a great place for your kids to be up here as well.
It is a great place for them to be, but it's like probably my least favorite thing when people say, oh, it must be nice to have, you know, a gold mine and property, because, I mean, we work our asses off.
People don't know the extent of the work that goes into this.
Absolutely. I mean, everything takes time and energy, and you really got to be committed to it. Like, thank God Bryce and I are motivated, but it takes a lot of work.
Oh, yeah. Heidi and Bryce are wonderful human beings.
What I'm doing is designing the sluice box that Freddy wants to build.
In the cut trailer, Juan gets to work fabricating the first of their fixes.
It's going to be a little different. It's not just a regular straight sluice box. It's going to have a little bit of a taper at the front.
A bespoke 22-inch fine gold sluice to replace Mike's narrow 9-inch chute.
So you can see the shape up there. What's going to happen is the material coming off of the duplex jig is going to fall into that narrow spot, and then it's going to fan out and give it 24 inches of sluicing surface.
You know, right now, fuel costs are just killing everyone. But it's gotten to the point where this extra percentage could actually mean the difference of him eating or actually putting fuel in the plant.
One of the things that we really want to focus on is we want to make sure that everything's completely level and square and straight.
At the cut trailer, the new sluice is taking shape.
If there's any kind of bows or bends, what it'll do, it'll create a spot for that gold to go underneath and get lost. These magnets are set up so they're a true 90. You put them in, you turn them on, and it actually holds your plate in place, so that way you can weld it, and when you weld it, you know it's 100%, it's gonna be a 90 degree.
To make the angle stay perfectly straight, Juan has a clever trick.
So what we're doing here, we call these ribs, but what this does is basically gives the box itself a little more rigidity. So that way when we're moving it or when it's on the plant and it's turning, it's twisting, you know, it doesn't get distorted. So by putting these ribs in, it doesn't flex, it doesn't move, and there's no water going underneath the sluice. All right, we got the last weld here. Last weld, that was it.
Well, Juan's up there building that new sluice box for this area right now. I think he got the easy job. Me and Mike got the hard job.
Before they can install the new sluice, Freddy and Mike must remove the old chute.
Moving it all.
After 20 years, the old chute is stuck firm.
Felt like it moved that time.
Didn't budge. Shoot. Perfect. Hey, Guano.
Give it a shot, huh?
With 2 build days remaining, it's all hands on deck to install the new sluice box in the 20-year-old system.
Well, it's gonna be sad to see that old girl go, but out with the old, in with the new.
We didn't want to cut it out until we had it safely secured, because if we'd have just cut it loose before, it would have just fell before we were tied onto it. So got to get it done safe.
There, it's got tension on it, Freddy.
Okay.
Ready to cut?
Coming up.
Let's fly this kite. Bye-bye, baby.
Is Mike over there saying goodbye to his baby?
Oh.
That's part of his life right there that just got taken away.
Nice knowing you. Bingo.
Have to put some spurs on. Back to my rodeo days, back when I was barrel racing.
Freddy's first step, weld a bracket to mount the spray bar inside the free spinning barrel.
I'll weld to stand there. Long range welding. Oh!
Don't roll in.
Sharp mother. Oh. When you guys retire this drum, you can sell it to a razor blade company. I can't say it's super uncomfortable, but I've been a heck of a lot more comfortable. Well, one more job done.
Spray bar installed, Freddy connects it to Mike's water supply.
Lots of stuff to do. We got to cut into his main line, put a valve on it, get a hose up there and get it hooked up so when we fire this plant back up, it's ready to go. Well, you want to cut that?
Yeah, definitely.
So you enjoying it out in the West?
Oh yeah, I love it out here. I mean, Mike has been a wealth of knowledge, you know, and what I've learned in the last 2 years with him is I feel like I could go to the Yukon and just strike it big. No.
You had those heavy Hungarian riffles that are made for coarser material, right? What those were doing is they were blinding over on you. So whatever gold you were catching in here, you were probably catching the first day. And then after that, the thing locked up on you like concrete, and then any gold you would have caught in here is now in your tailings pile. So this will alleviate that.
Win, 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 win.
It has been awesome to see those guys find all the problems in someone's plant and operation and not embarrass them, but show them a good, easy, solid fix.
Eyeballs.
You know, seeing the passion that they have for it and seeing that they truly do care to try to help us capture more gold. I mean, it's absolutely been amazing.
Awesome.
Well, actually, that one's not square.
We're working late tonight because there's more to this than what we initially thought, like just cutting that stuff out.
Coming along all right down there?
Little by little, it's kind of small.
Yeah.
You burn yourself in one spot to weld to burn yourself in another spot.
Oh, yeah.
You look at it and you think, I can do that in 2 hours. 4 hours later, you're still screwing with it, trying to tear it apart. Oh.
You all right?
Yeah. We got to get it done because tomorrow's judgment day to see if what we've done here is going to work or not going to work.
If we get a 10% increase, I'll really be happy. It'll also make me sad because we've been throwing some gold away. This is what we got in the 4-hour run.
Okay.
And once again, we got a nice flat nugget that didn't fit in the vial. So we're gonna just pour in there what we got in the 4-hour run. We're in a little bit better material.
The first test delivered 1.6 ounces. Anything more than 2 ounces promises a profit.
2.20.
2.2 ounces, a 37% increase on the first run. Over a 100-day season, this could deliver Mike 440 ounces, worth over $750,000.
I am so happy with you guys coming up here and the work you did. You're gonna make us a lot of money in the long run with this stuff.
That's right.
That's gonna be a windfall.
In northern British Columbia, on the Paradis Brothers remote mountain mine, Freddy and Juan examine the result of the short 2-hour run.
Well, first impressions?
From watching it run, the good news is we do have a few ideas already, so.
Perfect.
Exactly.
Every little bit helps.
Yep. That's the goal, is catch as much gold as you can.
Yep.
Every piece that gets away is a piece that's not in your bank.
That's correct. Yeah.
Hey guys.
What do you think?
Well, got her dried up.
Let's see where we're at.
To hit their daily goal of 2 ounces, this 2-hour run needs to deliver 0.4 of an ounce.
Close my eyes.
0.20.
It's a little lean.
It's a little horrible.
Yeah.
I'm pretty discouraged. Put a lot of effort into getting that out and not getting a return. It's pretty disheartening.
If gold was everywhere, it wouldn't be worth anything, so.
Unfortunately, that's not near what we need.
We actually went down and panned some of the tailings coming off your sluice, and we did find some gold.
Yeah, small stuff, but you're always going to be losing some gold.
Yeah.
But the less you lose, the more money's in your pocket.
That's exactly, yeah. Need something to help fund our future here, so.
Yeah.
Yeah. That particular cleanup right there isn't viable for you guys, you know, the equipment, even though it's just 2 of you.
It's really not going to cut it.
Exactly, yeah.
Yeah.
It's not even enough to cover the diesel that we ran in the generator to process it, so, you know, things need to change.
If Freddy and Juan can't help, we can't continue on mining where we are like that. We'll have to sell or move on and do something else.
With the Parody claim more than half a day away from the nearest parts store, Freddy and Juan put their backwoods mining ingenuity to the test.
They got a little bit of a scavenger pile here, some pipe, some hose.
There's more stuff over here, Fred. Let's take a look at this. There you go, boss man.
Oh, go ahead.
You know me, I like shopping, Fred.
Are you shopping? There's all kinds of neat stuff in here.
All kinds of goodies, Freddy.
It isn't what we want, but it's what we got.
Yeah, unfortunately, that's how mining is sometimes.
Yep.
You don't realize how far you are until you get out into a place like this where, you know, really, if I got to go to the hardware store, it's going to be a 12-hour round trip. And that's just not feasible. We don't have the time to do that, so we're going to use as much of the material that they have here on site.
Useful salvage material identified. The next step is a plan.
What do you think, Juan?
Well, I'm really thinking we need to focus on that sluice box, Fred.
So what do you think? Modify those top Hungarian riffles for sure. They're spaced too narrow. You felt them.
Yeah, I think so. You know, if we can get in there and actually space them a little wider.
Exactly.
That little spray bar they have is not even hitting the material on the side.
Well, it's spraying just like you said, Juan, straight down.
If your stream is not hitting the material, it's not washing it.
Washed. Yeah.
But if we don't get them on gold, it does nothing for them.
We got to find them some more pay.
The big thing that we're thinking of doing is actually reconfiguring your sluice box, that top one.
Yeah.
And you guys got it set up pretty good right now, but we're going to reconfigure your nugget riffles to actually make them have different spacing.
Right now, everything's the same all the way down.
No changes.
Every piece of gold, it's the same environment all the way down. We want to change that up, and by changing the riffle styles, it'll change the velocities as well. You've got all the material that's really needed here, except the undercarpets, and we've got some of that carpet with us.
You know, there's a lot to be repurposed out here. And really, you know, the amount of material that we need, we talked about it, it's probably about $200 in material. It's not much, because you have most everything we need.
Yeah. $200-300 in material is all it'll be.
But on top of that, you know, Freddie and I talked about it. If we don't have any decent pay to go through this plant, then it means nothing.
Yep.
So
I can come in and I'm all fresh. I've never seen it before, so everything's new to me.
Yeah.
On this
That's
property.
one thing that we've often talked about, though. You first set eyes out here.
So an ounce a piece at the end of the season and roughly $300 in material.
No, that sounds like a good plan to us, so.
Okay.
Let's do it.
After a week of making major upgrades to the wash plant and a 3-day prospect for better ground, Freddy and Juan will run a 2-hour test.
All right, we got water headed north up the hill.
Copy.
Hey, Les, I got water at the plant.
We're pretty excited about it. We're going to go ahead and get the equipment fired up, and we're going to start running the plant. We're going to get some gold in the box.
Hey, Les, first bucket's going in.
First bucket, Fred.
Start timing it.
Nice.
Keith and Les Parody need this test to deliver over 0.4 of an ounce to keep them on track for their 2-ounce-a-day target.
Well, these spray bars seems to be doing the trick, Les.
Look at that. Perfectly clean.
That's clean.
That's clean.
Yeah, you can eat off of it, Juan.
It's perfect. Can't beat that.
Oh, you got more water now.
Do we?
Since you put that spray bar in the back.
Oh, okay.
You probably have 10% more water going through than you had before.
That's good. He's running it. His new spray bars are working good. It's washing it out nice and even, he said, so.
The bottom ripples are working good.
Yep.
The plant, it's running great. So as long as there's gold in the ground, I guarantee you that this cleanup's gonna be better than the last one.
Well, there's 0.20 right there, guys, in there, and we got a lot left in the pan. .55. Thanks.
With JC and Noah new to opal mining, their whole operation relies on third-generation opal miner Jamin, leading a team for the very first time.
So, what's the plan?
Well, we've got to expand our mine down there a little bit, we've got to dig in some new directions and find some new opal. So it seems our opal is kind of run dry at the moment, which means we just have to explore in different areas of the mine.
We've got the 2 jackhammers, so we can go in 2 different directions.
Yeah, I'll keep digging the drive that I was digging, and you guys can dig a bit of a new area.
See if we can get some more. Fund another week.
That's it. The mine is quite cramped at the moment, so to expand that is going to be fantastic. We want to get our own drives happening in different areas so we're not crowded on top of each other.
Enlarging the mine requires tons of dirt and rock to be dug by hand, then dumped on the surface by a 20-year-old hoist.
The bucket holds a lot of weight. There's, a very heavy piece of equipment. It's probably one of our most dangerous parts of the operation.
Hey Jay, I think the bucket's stuck.
It's not coming down?
Nah.
It's stuck. Bloody hell, it's probably like dirt stuck in a mechanism up there or something.
Yeah. Alrighty. Well, I can't go up.
Yeah, no, definitely don't go up the ladder while if it's stuck, because it can just come flying back down. It is 100% dangerous to climb up the ladder if the bucket has got stuck, because if you're climbing up that ladder and then it comes down on top of you, it's going to probably result in a fatality.
With no other way in or out of their mine, if they can't get the hoist moving, they'll be stranded 10 metres down.
We'll see if we can get it to come back down. It's not moving.
No.
It's got stuck before, but it's always come good.
Oh,
it's down. It's coming. It's
You
coming.
got it. You got it.
Jesus. So that was, a major issue. I just highlighted that we do need a different exit and entry to the mine just for safety reasons.
But without the machinery to dig the safety exit, Jamin's plan is to connect to an existing mine shaft nearby.
I don't think our diggings downstairs are too far off breaking into possibly this shaft.
Before they tunnel through, they need to do a safety check.
Maybe we can try and jerry-rig something to send down there and have a bit of a look.
What's your idea? What do you got?
Maybe we can tie Noah's phone to the end of a rope with a flashlight. This is genius. Pure genius. Then we just lower it down and it should just spin around. Yeah, and just send it down. Sweet.
Well done. It's the shaft robot.
All right, let's have a look.
Look how good it works.
That's pretty good.
It's awesome.
The walls are safe, but it's all shaft and no tunnels.
So it doesn't look like there's much workings done, which just means, we've got a bit more digging to do to get from where we are. But while we got that set up, we might as well check out some of these other shafts in the area.
Okay, boss.
The makeshift camera hoist will allow them to identify mines with good potential for future opal finds.
So there is something like 50,000 shafts all over the field. Some can be a little bit hard to see, so it's very important to be aware what you're doing as you're walking around. Yeah, we'll chuck it over this one and lower it down. Have a quick look. Dude, this thing works like a tree.
That's so good.
And there's something down there.
Do you need a ladder?
Oh, no, I reckon we just chuck the thing down there.
You sure?
Yeah, we'll see if we can just get it just on the edge there, because it looks like there's some digging straight out.
Hectic.
That way.
I'm gonna go get this one.
You got it, Niles?
Yeah.
Yes, just throw it. You got it? Yeah, we do. Jesus.
You need the rope? No, just pull this. Help.
Got me.
Jesus Christ. Did you manage that? Jeez. Jesus.
I thought I was gone, but within a few seconds, these boys were straight over there, so kind of owe them my life.
It's almost like watching one of your best mates, die. I mean, that's really how serious it could have been.
For team leader Jamin, the near-fatal accident is a reminder of his responsibilities to the novice crew.
I think it's a fine balance between us needing to find Opal and pushing ourselves quite hard while still maintaining safety. If we can't do that, we might as well pack up and head home. So that's it. That's our goal complete. Yeah, back to mining.
With their escape ladder installed, the young guns can finally start searching for the Opal payday they badly need.
We've got enough money for, a few more Jerry's worth of petrol to keep us digging. That's everything I've got.
Out here, everything's very hard, and we're struggling for food. Look, hey, take that out.
You see stuff?
Yeah, right there. Look at that.
Whoa!
Yeah, look at that there. Look, it goes all up there.
We've got stuff. We've got Opal. Yeah, look at that.
Yeah. Wow.
Wee! Might actually have some good Opal here.
Oh, here we go. Look.
You got a bit?
Look at that. Ooh. Yeah, I mean, hopefully this will get me a good schnitzel and a beer at the pub. That's what keeps me going, really, to be honest.
See what we've got. I'll let you do the honours there.
Oh, there it comes.
Oh, you did find some.
Look at that. That's
Jesus, heaps.
Covered in mud.
Look at it. Oh,
that's nice.
Dude, look at all these crystal bits.
Look at that colour. There's actually a lot more than I thought.
Hey, Graham, we have some more Opal for you.
Just to value, though, we're not trying to sell it to you this time, so a good, honest evaluation would definitely be helpful.
Oh, that looks really nice. I mean, it's still not quite thick material, but I'll tell you what, this is actually in demand. This is inlay material. I think today you've got at least $2 grand in the tank. Yeah.
Whoa! Looks like I owe you a beer.
You owe me a beer, buddy. Well done, fellas.
Awesome.
Their Opal is crystal opal. It's in the rough. There's 41 grams of it, making it worth $2,000.
Now it seems like it's paying off.
I need your help.
That's why we're here.
What are your main problems that you think you have?
Probably our biggest issue is catching good gold. Our gold's very fine particle, and that's a real limiting factor for sure. I really haven't made a salary or any money.
What's your background, Peter?
Well, actually, my background is website development. I'm also a graphic designer.
So you're a graphic designer?
Yes, I am.
Okay. I've never helped a graphic designer gold miner before.
So how much gold did you produce last year?
Roughly around 20 ounces.
In a 6-month season, Peter only banked around $30,000 for a crew of 4.
What do you guys need to stay afloat out here per day in gold?
$1,000 a day. The account is nearly empty. So, the reality is if we can't make it work in the next couple weeks, it's done.
Here's your screen deck, huh?
What's cool about this screen, it's a high frequency screen and it's designed to vibrate at high frequencies and remove the fine particles. We're only after the fine particles here.
Yep.
We also added a centrifugal concentrator because in my research online, in textbooks, they're more efficient at concentrating fine gold particles. That's what the textbooks.
If they work.
If they work.
How does this work, Freddy?
Well, there's a bowl inside that's spinning around, and it's got fine holes drilled in it. The water pressure on the outside of it injects water through those holes, so you're blowing your lighter material out and hopefully keeping your gold pinned against the side, right?
So I'm hoping you can observe a centrifugal concentrator work effectively.
Hope so.
This is the tailing sluice for the concentrator.
Okay.
Well, it looks like you definitely have spent some money out here.
How much?
A lot.
A lot?
Yes.
Don't want to say.
I don't want to say on camera, no.
I don't blame you.
It looks like you got a lot on the line.
Yeah, I'm screwed if this doesn't work.
Can you fire it up so we can watch it?
Of course. I got to get my guys, hardcore miners.
Yep.
We'll fire it up and let you guys observe, and I'll walk you through it while it's running.
To save Peter's operation, Freddy and Juan will watch the plant run for a 6-hour test. Then, they'll weigh the gold. After they diagnose the problems and fix the operation, they'll conduct a second test run and hope to see a serious increase in Peter's final gold haul.
So far, so good, huh, Fred?
So far.
Alrighty, let's get the gold.
You don't have a weird noise up here.
What
the hell's he doing?
Hey, that's not good.
Oh, no.
What's wrong?
Pump went down.
Shut everything down. Hank, Peter. Tell him Peter's not on. Hank. Hank. That guy. The guy who...
The pump, it's not working.
Just 10 minutes into Freddy's test, the pump that feeds the gold concentrate to the bowl has failed.
It's not even like budget.
That's because it's jammed.
Well, what the can we do about it?
Without that pump, this plant doesn't run. We go to test it and run it the first time and it doesn't run, it's not a good sign. If Pete can't get his plant running, I mean, there's no way we can help him.
I don't want to have this happen in front of Freddy and Juan. Very unexpected.
You know, it is what it is. Be nice to run a test, though, to see what their plant looks like and how much gold we could get.
It's free, it's not jamming, so it's got to be electrical.
You got a problem. Peter, I'm here.
What's that?
We fried the ground.
The
Fried the ground?
Look, look at it.
Let's just double check the wires, because it could be a crap wiring job on myself. So.
Do you wire these in yourself?
Yeah, I did.
Hasn't gone to ground. It could be just that wiring. Might have been a loose connection, Fred.
How do those feel, Juan?
Oh, like.
Let's redo it. Yeah, look at that. Holy cow.
Ah. Well, you can edit this out, right? But it's kind of like working with a child sometimes.
Peter's loose connections have cut the power supply to the pump.
You got to be careful.
It's my fault, for sure. But I take full responsibility, guys.
It happens.
You know what?
It happens. Yeah, let's redo them all. Let's try to fire this thing up, Fred. See what it does.
Peter.
Yes, what?
Let's fire up the generator.
Yes, sir.
The motor's fine. It was just bad connection, so we got them taken care of. The good news is they're put back together, they're ready to run.
Next morning, with the plant hemorrhaging gold, Freddy and Juan decide not to wait for the gold weigh before starting their fixes.
We're kind of trying to go over what it's going to take to fix your plant.
And we want to catch as much of it as we can in this little sluice box. New riffles and carpets. We need to flatten that sluice box out a couple degrees.
Okay. Freddy and Juan have found 3 main problems with Peter's wash plant. First, the angle of the sluices has been set too steep. Water is racing over the riffles, blasting gold out the end. Next, The sluice box isn't level, so gold and gravel are packing up on one side, blocking the riffles so the gold flows out over the top. Finally, Peter's gold is so fine it floats on the surface of the water and is carried away into the tailings.
We can increase your recovery for sure. You know, who knows what that number is, but, you know.
But we guarantee we'll increase it.
Yeah. Where I'm at right now, I'm $2,500 to $3,000 is where I need to be for material on my end.
Well, I appreciate it. You know what? This is a game changer for the mine. I really need you guys here. I'll write you a check and let's get going.
Well, we'll get the materials, and when we're done, you can pay us.
Let's do it. Thank you,
Make
Freddy.
it happen.
Over at the gold room, Lance starts the slow process of separating the fine gold from the heavy sand.
In order for me to get down to weighable gold, I need to do panning. This is very frustrating work, but this gold is so fine and like powder, this is the only way of getting to the final product.
How's it going, Lance?
Well, it's going slow, Freddy. This fine gold, I do a spoonful at a time. Wow. This is a very tedious process.
Holy cow. 1 teaspoon at a time? You got a lot more patience than I do.
For this little 2.5 inches worth of material, it's probably gonna take me about 20 hours.
Cleaning up the gold by hand is highly inefficient, labor-intensive, and runs the risk of losing gold.
Well, I think we're pretty lucky we didn't bring my truck down too.
Yeah.
We'd have two
Get
trucks
two
stuck.
trucks stuck. Hopefully he's got a big enough piece of equipment to get this truck out.
Yeah.
Freddy and Juan are 900 feet above the historic town of Sumter, Oregon, bogged down en route to a struggling mine operated by 38-year-old Tyler Beers.
He's here. Tyler! Hey, Juan! How you doing? Hey, Freddy!
How's it going?
Not too bad. You guys got stuck?
Yeah. Freddy.
Tyler!
Nice to meet you, Tyler.
Nice to meet you, Tyler.
Nice to meet you, Juan.
Ah.
Tyler Beers, a concrete finisher for most of the year, has run his 1-acre mine in the late spring for the last 2 years. The season is short due to unpredictable snowmelt being his only water source.
There's our fresh water coming in.
My dad brought me up here all the time as a little kid, and I've been up here in Sumter in these Blue Mountains panning for gold ever since. He's helping me this year, and he loves it up here. It's great to have the family, obviously.
Let's pull her out.
Come on, baby. Give her some gas. Let's go. Come on. Give her some gizzy. Come on.
Once we get to the top of this hill, we should be all right.
Let me try to go without the chain.
He's gonna try to get a running start at it. Oh yeah, you got it.
Perfect. Hey, Freddy.
Young gun Tyler Beers hopes to turn his failing mine into a money spinner.
So this your mine, huh?
Yes, this is my mine. My dad showed it to me about 5 years ago.
Okay.
I've been working since about 2018 to get where we are today,
Right.
with the trommel, the pond, and the diggings, obviously.
So is this your cut right here?
This is the cut.
You can kind of see where you're working there.
We're struggling. Our yield's really low. It's not really paying for the diesel. It's paying for the rental equipment, that's about it.
How much gold did you do last year?
A little bit under 12 ounces.
How long did you run?
5 weeks
5
at
weeks?
the most in a
Okay.
drought year.
So you have a limited window to get your gold.
Absolutely.
How much will be done this year?
We're about 4.5 ounces. I would say, yeah.
How long have you been running this year?
4 weeks.
Yeah, that's not good.
So in your opinion, what's your biggest problem that you have?
The water, definitely. In this area, we have snowmelt for water.
So when the snow's gone, your season's done.
Without the water, I can't even begin to wash a rock to look for the gold. So
Exactly.
The water's, it's priceless.
Well, let's look at your plant. Let's start there.
Okay, I want to introduce you guys to my dad.
Okay.
Awesome.
Hey, Dad. Freddie and Juan are here.
What's your
name?
name? Kevin. Nice to meet you, Kevin.
Freddie.
Freddie,
Nice to meet you, Kevin. So how long have you known about this place?
About 20 years. 3 years ago, got a hold of Tyler, says, you got the gold bug a little bit. I says, I got a place I want to show you. So he set up his high banker. Him and his buddy shoveled in some dirt for a while, and there's 40, 50 pieces of gold there after about 45 minutes. And his eyes glazed over, and
gold fever.
Here we are.
There you are. So it's your fault.
It's his fault. Yeah, it's all my fault.
Well, there she goes, Fred.
First bucket.
Yeah.
The centerpiece of the Beers operation, a 1929 Lapeer trommel, Old Yellow. Tyler feeds the gold-bearing material through the 17-foot barrel, where water washes gold off the rocks into a 12-foot sluice.
Want to poke around a little bit, Fred?
Yeah.
Oh.
Yeah, feel it.
Yeah, they're packed.
Packed solid. No bueno. We know we can help them here.
Well, let's keep on looking around, huh?
Let's go look at their ponds. That doesn't look good. The clean water's getting mixed instantly with the dirty water.
You're absolutely right, Freddie. The second it comes into the pond, it gets dirty.
Yep. What do you think, Lano, on that spray bar?
Man, we've had that problem with a lot of plants, Freddie. It's not set up right.
The material's up on the side. The water's on the bottom.
Yeah, does nothing.
Yep, it's kind of like taking a shower, but not standing under the shower head. It's not gonna get clean.
What do you think, Freddie? Should we take a pan in that and take a look at it?
Yeah. 1-0.
Thank you, sir.
Welcome. Watch your fingers. Yeah, there's a lot of material there.
There's a lot of material.
There's probably, what, 15, 20% of the material that should be going down the sluice isn't ever making it there.
Yeah.
With this much fine material coming out the end of the trommel, Tyler could be losing 20% of his gold.
I say we pan the pay.
See what it looks like, huh?
Because it doesn't look like pay to me anyway.
No.
See if there's any round rocks at all while you're panning it, Juan.
Not a speck, Fred.
Nothing. Yep. They're putting material through the plant that doesn't have much gold in it. And this is proof right here.
There we are, 4 hours, Freddie.
Last bucket!
Well, should we go take a look, Fred?
Yeah, let's have a look, Wano.
A couple little flakes in there.
Well, guys, clean it up. Let's get it on the scale.
Okay, let's do it.
My biggest worry is I looked at the material they're running, and it doesn't look good. The plant itself, it needs some work, but if there's no gold in the material they're putting in it, all that is for naught.
It's coming.
Oh, yeah.
Test run complete. Freddy and Juan prepare for the first gold weigh with rookie Oregon miner Tyler Beers.
Pour it in there, Wano.
I'm hoping it's heavy.
Well, moment of truth, guys.
Yep.
.13.
You sure you got it all?
You got it all. .13.
Oh, well. That's not good, guys.
It's pathetic.
You know, there's $250 worth of gold there, right?
Right.
So about $60 an hour, call it.
That doesn't cover the fuel for that machine or that machine.
There's $250 worth of gold there.
Probably cost you 4 times that to make it.
Each mining day costs Tyler close to $1,000 in fuel and materials.
Then after you said, you know, you're working on the last of your savings right now, there's no use throwing your savings away. Right now, you're spending $1 to make a dime. Every hour you run, you're taking money away from your family. We started panning your pay. We never found a color in it. It's more of a dirt mine right now is what you're running.